It was nice. Like before the cameras got on, I didn't feel like yelling about it or debating it. I just like we'll just talk about it real quick,
A
man.
discussion that no one will ever hear. No one will
No,
ever know.
it's like Rocky and Apollo Creed when they box in the gym. Did you ever watch Rocky?
Yeah, of course.
You're lying. You're lying.
I watched him run up a hill
You
to
watched
music.
him. So I think this was Rocky 3 after he fought Mr. T. Do you know Mr. T?
Yes, the black guy.
Yeah. Okay, so after he fought Mr. T, they just sparred real quick in the back, and nobody ever knew who won and who lost that. You feel me? So that's what just happened. We really just had that moment right there that nobody will ever know about Steph versus Kobe Bryant.
I had an epiphany, by the way, after the last open gym where we had our little debate about I don't know what the topic really was, but about defense and Jokic's rebounding and stuff.
Mhm.
I think we were both right, but at different points.
I
Because
read. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just replaying it in my head, and then I was like, I also judge players based on what I know they are. So, for example, like Steph last season when he was going through the slump, I knew he didn't become a worse shooter. I knew he was just going through a slump, which is what
Mhm.
you're saying about guys like LeBron's defense is worse because he has worse defensive pieces around him, not that he's necessarily gotten worse at defense.
Mhm.
So I saw where you were coming from, but at the same time, I also look at what you are doing and see how well that impacts the game. I can't give LeBron defensive credit for stuff he's not bringing. So I'm still stuck in the middle, but I see your perspective.
Yeah.
So
So that's my whole perspective, right? I look at players and I just sit here and like I know what you're capable of. I know who you are. And if I don't see like a lack of like athleticism or anything like that, I just see a lack in effort. I'm like, I know that you're a capable defender. I know what you could bring to the table. So I'm going to treat you as such. You know what I mean? So it's just that's just my whole point. But I'm not gonna lie, everybody in the comments was saying it too, like we was both right in that little scenario, which was a funny thing I kept looking back on. I was like I made this segment actually a couple days ago. So I rewatched the whole thing. I'm like, I said this was so great. I said this was fun actually, because we both like it was just wasn't one guy saying a mute point after another. Like we both gave valid points, so it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope.
yeah, I enjoyed the discussion.
Fire, fire. Super chat from Leaf Diggy. Dub, you alright, bro? I'm here, man. I'm sad, bro. I said this on Gridiron last night. I almost cried on Sunday. I drank a whole bottle. I was drowning it in my sorrows. Shout out to Caleb. Thank you for the comments on Gridiron last night. It was a great show, but it was the Sunday was hard. I'm not gonna lie. It really hurt me.
You almost cried because you saw the goat, right? That's why you saw the best player of all time.
Who, Patrick Mahomes?
Of course.
Yeah, it's like one of those pains where it's like you're happy, but then it hurts. It's like Jason Kelsey. When Jason Kelsey was congratulating his brother, that's how I felt. I'm like, you go, man, but this hurts.
Tried to tell people, man, Brady's just not that guy.
Brady,
Mahomes just better. Like,
you
is what it
finally
is.
watched the tape. You finally watched the tape.
I mean, I watched what I could of the game. It was late, so I ended up just watching highlights. But as a casual myself, I think highlights tell the best story. Jalen Hurts is now the second best player I've ever seen in my life. So is Patrick Mahomes one, Jalen Hurts number two. But
Mhm.
Tom Brady's like
He's not that guy.
he's with like who's the quarterback who has 0 Super Bowls? Is it Dan Marino, Joe
Dan
Montana?
Marino. Dan
Yeah,
Marino. Yep.
He's down there with Dan Marino. Just trash. That's it. That's just
Listen, do
trash.
yourself a favor. Go watch the 2017 Super Bowl and look what Brady has done, and it'll change your mind. I promise you.
Is that the one where he came back 28-3?
That was another one. You should
Oh,
watch both of those and then see that because in the game where he lost against the Eagles, he
oh, he
threw.
threw for like 500 yards. Skip Bayless talks about it all the time, but he
Yeah.
lost. I don't care. Mahomes
Oh
won.
my God,
Mahomes won.
nasty,
Brady's not
nasty,
that guy.
nasty guys. No way Mars just said Brady's not that guy.
Just watch the film, like I did. Just watch the
Listen,
film.
Mars
Brady's not that
saying
guy.
that is like me saying Ronaldo is better than Messi. So we just gotta sit here and just let it rock. You know, I just want to rock, rock, rock. I just want to rock. You know how to do that dance, Mars? Do you
No,
know, yo,
never,
Mars? I'm not
no,
gonna lie,
no.
yo. If Aramis Jones is watching this, if you super chat like $100 or like $200, bro, I want Mars to do that dance.
Mm,
Mars, you should do that dance. I'm not gonna lie.
why are you putting on me? I don't dance. I just read basketball
I
reference.
want to
That's
see
what I
you
do.
rock. I want to see you rock, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That would be top top tier moment. That would be a top tier moment on PC. You got the drink in the water, and then you got Mars rocking.
Aramis Jones, if you're listening, I've made no promises. So just that's what I've made no promises.
Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. I would love that. Sports PSP, where would you rank Mahomes as far as greats? He's top three.
He's number one.
Mars got him number one. In my opinion, he's top three. Like it's I can't the only people I would really accept is Tom Brady and Joe Montana over him. Other than that, I he's top three, bro. Manning, I think what Mahomes has done in his career is just superseded what Manning has done. Rodgers, Dan Marino, all those guys. He's just better than everybody else. It is what it is. He's the baby goat. MJ Mahomes.
He's just the goat. That's it. So in the football world, the real football, Messi in 2012, he was 25 years old. We already knew he was the best player to ever exist. We just got to do the same thing with Patrick Mahomes. Best player to ever exist. That's it.
Got you, got you. Let's get some guys on here. Look at Leaf Diggy over here, man. Hey fellas, how are y'all? Before y'all get started, I do want to give a shout out to our Lucra sponsor, bro. Use code Players Choice, get a free $5. And whenever you download the app, you get an extra free $10 as well. One of the wagers that we're gonna be doing on this week is Luka Doncic versus Jokic for assists. So definitely check that out on the Players Choice channel on the Lucra app. You could make that wager with me or Bobby or the Players Choice community, bro. Tap in, join us in the fiasco, man. How's everybody doing, man?
Great.
Solid, solid.
Great.
Good.
How you doing?
Hey, Doug, man.
What's up?
You had a rough night over that Super Bowl, man. Like, what's going on, man?
I got drunk.
Yeah, man.
It was sad, bro. I was hurt. I was a hurt Eagles fan. You know,
I
the
knew the
AJ
game was
Brown,
over when Rihanna came out, bro. For real, for real.
the game really.
De-
Yo, how dare she? How dare she have the
yeah, that was
audacity to be doing that?
that was crazy. That was crazy. The
You gonna
defense
ruin
needs to
all?
be the defense needs to be thrown in jail after that. That was egregious.
Our CBs was getting cooked. I
Yeah, that
haven't
was
seen.
Darius Slay. I'm still looking for him.
Yo, Pat Mahomes does that to everyone. Y'all can't be mad at your defense.
No, but you give up
Basically,
40 in a Super. The Chiefs haven't scored 30 in a playoff game, and they give up 40. You can't
What?
come on,
they
bro.
put 40 on San Fran. What you
Yeah,
mean?
the Chiefs did put up 41 on San Francisco as well. So it's like it's Mahomes. Like you can't.
I feel it. I mean, I think Mahomes is the third best quarterback ever, but
When they put up 40
First.
on San Fran.
30.
Literally the first game they had Christian McCaffrey, they put up 40.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
folded them. Yeah, that was.
Killed
Yeah.
them.
I know. I was
Like,
just talking about the playoffs though, because the Bengals held them to 23.
I mean, you can't. To be fair, you can't give Mahomes
It's the
all the
second
credit
game in a row
for the
that's
38 points. One of
He
the
won 2 straight games
touchdowns
over
was scored
penalties.
by the defensive player because he dropped the ball and they ran.
Yeah, Hurts. That was an awful fumble. I don't know
So
what. That was.
technically, Mahomes doesn't really get credit for those points.
got 31.
They won 2 straight games off the penalties.
I'm not.
See, I watched the game.
I'm
See,
not.
I know what
I'm not going to let y'all keep going with this Brady disrespect though. Brady is number one.
No, he's
I
not.
will not let that continue.
Just let Mars.
But-
Just let
but
Mars
here's
have
the-
it. Let
but
Mars
here's the
have
thing.
it.
He's not. The only
I know
reason
we're
you
here
say
for
he's number one
basketball.
is because he's won more than other people. If you just look
Yeah.
at him, his ability, he's not number one.
I think
I
his
know
ability
Mars is
very
trolling, but
underrated,
to be
bro.
I'm not trolling. I'm trolling.
No,
Okay,
no,
when
no,
I say
no,
he's
no.
We had
trash,
this
I'm trolling.
conversation.
Mars
We had
is
this.
best,
We had this
He's not
conversation.
number one.
We had this conversation.
He's not
on
number
the-
one. If he's
on
number one,
Ellis
Bill
World.
Russell needs to be number one in basketball.
No.
Yes, same thing. Same
You
thing.
know what? Know something though. I have,
Both of them carried by defense and won the most titles. That's what
you
it
want to
is.
know?
That's
You
it.
no, he was not. No. That's a lie. Number one.
Mm-mm.
Number 2.
Mhm.
I've
This
actually
guy.
had a. You talk about epiphanies. I had epiphany about Bill Russell. Like I really
What's
had
the
like.
epiphany?
This is going to be a
Let's hear
negative
it.
epiphany, but go for it.
Let me hear this.
I don't know where I got. What was good, Andrew?
What's
My
up, dog?
chilling, bro. And this was I haven't watched the doc. Like I've watched parts and bits and pieces of the documentary, not the full documentary yet. So this was like this ain't no documentary bias. I was thinking about this before the documentary dropped for Bill Russell, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, like a point for Bill Russell and his like all-time status that doesn't get brought up enough. The dude was a player coach. Like that's like people talk about LeBron being a GM. This man was the coach and a player leading a great defensive unit as well.
Oh yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, that's wild. Like people like that's not normal and that's not okay.
It's not gonna happen
Can
again.
we talk about in that documentary too how he was like the only black player in the league?
I thought it was him and Will.
I didn't watch the documentary.
Very few. And can we also
I
talk
haven't
about
watched this
how
documentary.
they specifically
Netflix.
noted he had a very
Netflix is
poor
too expensive.
offensive game and poor jump shot. Like if we're going based on skill set and using that argument, talking about how the game hasn't developed, like Bill Russell, I understand things evolve and rules dictate how players play, but Bill Russell was definitively like not a good perimeter shooter. Like he was below average. I mean, even for that time, people can say what they want. I know the game hadn't evolved as much, but even after seeing that documentary, I got more respect and less respect in terms of his ability. More respect in terms of his status and stature, but in terms of his ability to rank him all time, I can't rank him as high. Like I just can't.
Because of the offense.
Just not because he was like worse on. It's like it's just that it was that unrefined. Like players are just so much better now. Like it's almost unfair to rank Bill Russell and some of these guys from that era to these guys now. It really is. Like that was my epiphany.
I told Fluent, I said Bill Russell was a super Draymond Green on defense.
That's not. I mean, if you look at the skill set,
I mean that's not ridiculous to say.
It's disrespectful in terms of status, but in terms of like actual ability, like I mean, if you look at the skill set, Bill Russell not holding nobody, bro.
I mean, my grandpa used to tell me stories about Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. He used to tell me how like they was like seeing him in person and seeing him in person was like superhuman because they was so athletic, like whatever and shit. Like my grandpa used to always tell me Wilt Chamberlain was like a unicorn because he was so fast and so strong at 7 foot that like seeing a guy run that fast as a big man like that was like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah,
I watched PC Gridiron yesterday. Bro, please stop letting Ticket TV Jr. give these crazy ass tips, bro. Please, bro. Like, really, bro. Pat Mahomes is not top 3, top 5, bro. Are you serious, bro?
He's just hating, bro.
He's hating.
All you need to know about Mookie is that he hates on LeBron and Pat Mahomes.
I would not have accepted. You should have pulled me up there.
So
he's literally
hating greatness. That's what it is.
Last night,
like, how do you hate on arguably the two most talented people to ever play both sports? You hate both of them. That's all I need to know about your sports opinion.
Last night was a really bad showing for Mookie. Like it was terrible. Like
bro, I was like, hold your L's, bro. Just take your L's, because bro, you was giving L tick after L tick, bro. Like, I was saying, bro, we can't call him ticket last night because I was just like, bro, you can't believe the takes that you're saying right now. There's no way you can't believe you think Drew Brees is better than Patrick Mahomes, dog. I'm sorry, like no.
Yeah, bro. Last night was a wild episode, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It is what it is, but
do y'all think Westbrook going to Clippers?
They won't.
I saw Paul George say he wanted him.
No,
I saw that too.
That's a
but I don't know. I don't know if he's just saying that just to say it, or like does he really mean it? Like
he just saying it, bro. Russell Westbrook is fun to like at this point of his career, and I love Russ. And if you want to go into the Russ Kawhi conversation, I honestly think that part of the reason that KD kind of pissed me off is because I think he somehow had a part in why Russ looked the way he is now. That 3-1 lead that they blew was the turning point in both of their careers. KD left, and then Russ he had the keys in OKC, so he got his 3 straight triple-double years as the MVP, but it was never going to result in winning. You need another superstar. And what KD's departure, people always want to say, oh, Russ was this, Russ turned the ball over, Russ couldn't shoot. Russ was actually extremely dynamic and affected those series. That was more of a tandem collective instead of KD carrying that OKC Thunder to the finals. Like, that team was a squad. And so when Russ was left to hold the bag, and he obviously didn't have the scoring prowess of KD, and it looked like one person needed one other guy more, when in reality they both need each other to win. This narrative started. Now Russ hasn't won. KD has 2 rings. It is what it is.
I think what was Russ' downfall was like getting those triple doubles and started like breaking the record. I really felt like that just like got to his head, and he just not really like work on his game. He just thought, you know what, I'm a triple double king now. I broke Oscar Robertson record. This is my team now. I don't care. You know, I mean, I always thought. I mean, I hate the narrative that he's a selfish player. And I feel like he's not. I feel like he gets that bad rep about it. I guess because I blame Skip Bayless for always calling him, you know, the selfish solo act guy.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I don't believe that's true. Yeah, I don't believe that's true. I've seen too many times with other players play good with him, along like Paul George and even Kevin Durant and even James Harden in their younger years. So I hate that narrative that he's this solo act star stat guy. Like I hate that narrative. I
Bro,
really
he
hate
was
it.
first. Bro, people act like Russell Westbrook. Bro, he was first team All NBA in 2016. Like
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
like,
and
bro,
the thing is,
and this
Russell
is
Westbrook-
another reason. Like KD was second team and Russ was first team. So I'm not saying it's true, but further position, technically, Russ was seen as a better player first position than KD was at the time.
Well, that's because
Well-
LeBron was in the league.
I'm not sure. I'm not
That
sure
is
how that
because-
works,
Yeah,
but-
and the thing is, with Russell Westbrook, he's him and KD are my two favorite players all time because I'm a Thunder fan. But the thing with Westbrook, Kawhi has a better career, but with Westbrook, he's always been kind of like misunderstood because he's never been viewed as a bad teammate. Because you look at every teammate they love playing with, and he's a guy you love to have on your team and hate to play against. I think with Russ is his style of play. You can be a great guy, great teammate, but not have a style of play because your personality is different from your on-court game. Because he's seen the opposite. We've seen young guys that you can play with, but like I'm using Tony Parker for example. He's a great guy. He can play with a lot of people, but off the court, that's the best teammate because you know what Tony Parker did. Versus Westbrook, kind of the opposite.
Oh, here we go.
And with Russ, and it's a pretty good example.
That's
though.
wild.
It's
That's
a
a
pretty good
wild
example.
thing to say.
He's
But
right.
wow.
He's right.
But-
He's right. He's right. He's
But
right.
speaking on Kawhi's career is better than the rest. I mean, yeah,
I
he
don't
got
like
two.
Kawhi's career though. I ain't gonna hold you.
But his career is weird. Kawhi Leonard has probably had one of the most unique careers I've ever seen in NBA history because his prime is like not so big. It's like I guess little spurts, like that one time with I guess a little spurt with the Clippers a little bit when they was like for the COVID hit, and I guess with when they won the championship with Toronto. But I never once ever thought Kawhi Leonard was his top two. I remember people were trying to say, was he the best player in the world when he won the championship against the Golden State Warriors? I was like, no.
Top three.
Yeah, I just never. I mean, his career is just so.
He has a
His
high peak.
career is full of
Kawhi Leonard has a
moments.
very
It's
high
not
peak.
like a consecutive prime where it's like, okay, these are 4 straight years where Kawhi
Yeah,
dominated
exactly.
and played. Like the dude doesn't play enough for me. Like I don't like. I'm sorry. This whole thing of you not playing in low management. I know it's your body, but it's like when you play less time, you can probably afford to put in more effort on the times you do play. Like you playing back to back games is I respect a lot more of what Russ did in terms of the energy bringing night, being available. But at the same time, I'd rather have Kawhi in terms of fit. But
Yeah.
I would never tell a player to act like Kawhi professionally. Like
So do y'all think
Russ?
Kawhi deserves to be top 75 players list then?
Yes. In my opinion, yes, because he's one of the greatest defenders of all time. His peak offensively is crazy because he was shooting crazy. That playoff run in Toronto was really good. In 2017, even though he got
7
injured,
games though, 8 games.
and not only that, he played really good against Spurs because he was leading that Spurs team in 2018. Was it 2018 or 2017 before he got hurt?
I can also
Yeah,
argue
obviously-
he's the reason they also lost the finals.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
Whoa, those missed free throws.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
Hey, if we really analyze them players like we're supposed to, we nitpick. We gotta nitpick Kawhi, bro. He's missing.
But top
missing free
75,
throws.
I don't think I can name 75 guys better than Kawhi Leonard all time.
Is Dame better than Kawhi?
Is Dame
At
better than
peak,
Kawhi?
Are we gonna rate if we have a career peak wise? I'll say no. Career
So
wise,
this is the
I
thing
say
about
no.
Kawhi Leonard. I would sit here and say I would be fine with Kawhi Leonard being over Damian Lillard, mainly because I just think that what Kawhi Leonard, even though the prime is short, he just did so much great things in his time in such a short amount of time, right? Almost like Patrick Mahomes. I have Patrick Mahomes top 3.
Whoa.
Wait, let me finish.
Don't compare him to the best.
Because I'm not saying he's top 10 or top 3 is top 5. No. I'm saying Patrick Mahomes' peak is so great that I'm putting him at a top 3 level. Kawhi Leonard, I think his peak is so great that I will put him over Damian Lillard. Even though Damian has a longer career, I think Kawhi Leonard and his peak and his prime is just that much better.
I agree with that.
I mean, I take playoff Kawhi because when he's healthy, the Clippers get far. He's seen what he does when he gets healthy. He goes to NBA Finals or the Western Conference Finals. So I mean, Dame is he's been to one Western Conference Finals, and after that, it's been round one exit. Outside of that one, when he beat Russell Westbrook and Paul George. I still take Kawhi. I mean, good, even though great as what it is, I still take Kawhi.
Over Giannis right now, all time.
All time Giannis.
No.
All time.
I think Giannis might be over Kawhi. Mate,
I agree.
I think Giannis's peak. Giannis' peak is crazy. And Giannis, if you want to go based off accomplishments, even though we probably don't use accomplishments and accolades that much, Giannis does have more.
And I think Giannis offers more. He's more available. I mean, just.
And speaking of Westbrook, Mars said it best. He is in his AI phase right now. It's kind of crazy how similar their careers are. I think Westbrook's career right now is better than AI's, and that might be controversial.
No.
So wait.
They're basically the same career, to be honest.
I would say the same career just about.
Russ, he's a guy that can take your team to the play. In his prime, he can take your team to playoffs. You're not going to go to the championship with him because you see him take teams to playoffs like the OKC Thunder, the Wizards. He'll get you a playoff run. He's that good. He's a floor.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
How are we talking about if they pull out that
Kawhi?
3-1 victory?
Y'all have wait. I need to ask
State.
y'all this because I'm not sure. Wait, y'all have Giannis over Kawhi Leonard all time?
I do.
I don't.
I mean, neither of them are ranked on my list, but if I did,
I don't have on
Giannis would be higher.
Why?
I give Giannis just off
Giannis peaked higher, and I think Giannis still has more good years than Kawhi.
Yep.
Yeah.
But let's say if they both retire tomorrow.
Yeah, if they both retire tomorrow, Giannis is higher. They're both in the same realm. They're just
because they both got the same Defensive Player of the Year award. Outside of Giannis got 2 MVPs. But
how do
Giannis is in the MVP conversation every year? Kawhi's
because he's.
I think Giannis going to win.
How is he a better player?
Because I think if we're looking at as their apex, I think Giannis's apex as a player, he was a. This is going to sound
more
crazy.
He's a more dominant.
Giannis at his apex was a better offensive and defensive player than Kawhi. I think Kawhi peaked better defensively, but his offensive game wasn't to that level yet. I think Giannis at his peak sustained both of them at a higher level than Kawhi did. So
Mars, which one would you take then? Playoff Kawhi or playoff Giannis?
Playoff Kawhi.
Playoff Kawhi is different.
Because Kawhi is just a much better scorer than Giannis.
Speaking of what you said about the whole Westbrook and the AI comparison, I grew up watching AI. I'm 33 years old. I watched AI. And I ain't gonna lie, I wish people get off that one playoff run he went to against the Lakers, man. And look, after that, bro, AI's had a great career. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like people overrate him so much just because of that one magical run he's ever had. He's been inefficient his whole career. He shot the most shots. I get it. His team, he was the only scorer. I get it. But when he went to the Nuggets with Carmelo, he still tried like he was the guy still, and he wasn't. I just feel like people need to stop this piggyback off that one magical run and have him so high like that. I get it. He was the team of Philly, but I'm not going to say that he was the guy of guys. I mean, I watched him play. I wasn't wrong. He was good, but I never looked at him like he was the guy to take you over the hump. I never looked at him like that.
Kawhi definitely did fall under the nostalgia effect with him in his career. I would sit here and agree with you on that. Let me read off some super chats before y'all continue. What's good, fellas? Who's y'all MVP pick right now? Jokic.
Yeah, we should all have the same answer. Okay.
Joker.
There we go. Good work, guys.
Good work. Eric Dupree with a super chat. This man Mookie uses stats for football for Breeze over Mahomes, but won't apply that logic when talking about Magic over LeBron.
Oh my bro, I saw that logic he said last night, bro, and I was just like, but you can use that same logic in basketball. You use that same logic in basketball.
It was kind of unfair because Mahomes only played 5 years or 6 years, so it's like, of course he's not gonna have the all-time stats. But he's gonna get there. He's eventually gonna get it on a pick.
Exactly.
Bro, here's the craziest thing about Mahomes, and I don't think I've ever seen. I would say this maybe about one or two other players in sports. The only reason we're not putting him over Brady, the only reason is rings, not because of on-field shit. It's
longevity.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Apparently, I'm the bad guy.
No.
And apparently, I'm the bad guy for saying
this
that.
man wasn't first in everything, bro. Mahomes
I can't lie.
Mahomes is
different.
I'm sorry you had to run into.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, he's like all time. He's top talent. He's number one. Like talent wise, he's number one. He's had the best offense I've ever seen.
But Dub,
He's not
y'all
for
got
debate.
franchise QB though.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, we do. Jalen Hurts, he played amazing, played phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he just that one fumble really messed us up bad. But I mean,
Honestly,
I think he made up for it with everything else he did in that game. But it just
y'all ran to
your corners cost out the game. Your corners.
I don't want to talk about this game anymore.
What do you think about the Kyrie Luka shit? Cause
give me 1 second before we transition to that. Claw better player. Brody had the better career. I guess he's talking about Russell Westbrook. Going hammer with the super chat. What in the blueberry hell are y'all talking about? Kawhi not only has a better career, but would dog any version of Russ 1-on-1. That's crazy.
No Russ slander.
Wow.
The arguments I hear just make me laugh sometimes.
So let's talk about this real quick before we get some other guys up here. Does Russ have a better career than Kawhi Leonard?
Honestly, if you
in terms of like
in terms of longevity, in terms of like being healthy, yeah. But like I would take Kawhi's rings in final MVP over Russell's career.
I think when you're going to judge these two players, it's gonna be really hard because if you just give them like let's say you put their stats, a blank sheet of paper, you see these guys. You look at Russell Westbrook, he has a better career because he has top 10 in assists all the time. Oh, he's about to get 10,000 assists. He's top high in points, this, that. But if you actually watch the film and the games, like with all of us, you can obviously see that Kawhi is better. So career-wise, I think Russell is a better stats. Even though Kawhi probably has better accolades, it's kind of what you kind of value because, like you said, Kawhi's peak isn't that long. I would say Kawhi Leonard because he's the better player. Even though that's kind of like a cop-out because, he has a better career because he's the better player. But I feel like their careers are closer, and I don't think that should be controversial because of Kawhi's not playing as much.
I'd rather have Kawhi's career.
But I'd have Kawhi's career too.
I mean, it's all how you look at it. I mean, it's all what kind of career do you want? Do you want 2 rings in your career in the Finals MVP, or do you want the triple doubles, or in like that one MVP? Is all really kind of really your preference.
I want all of it.
I'm not gonna lie though. What Russell Westbrook did was kind of fucking crazy.
Because
on 10 years he's had a 10-year prime, right? I think 10 or 11-year prime, right? That means like playing like at a top 10 to top 5 level. And then in that time as well, like 2015, he led the league in scoring. He had 10 assists in 2016, 10 assists in 2017, led the league in scoring in 2017 again. He averaged a triple-double for 4 straight seasons. On top of that, he also did it again in Washington and then made that team. And he's always been making the playoffs. Like, he's always made the playoffs until he got with LeBron James. So my whole thing is, like, as a career and totality and body of work, I get what y'all saying, but it's like Russ's peak in prime is like it's OD too.
It's just crazy because the Russ in 2017, that's one of the best players I've ever seen with Curry, LeBron, and I didn't see Kobe into the later years, but 2017 Russ was OD.
He was.
It was all right.
No, Mars. You weren't watching basketball.
James Harden was the MVP.
You weren't watching basketball at that time, and I know you weren't. I know you wasn't.
It's not my fault I wasn't alive.
I know, Mars, bro. Russ in 2017 was one of the most captivating seasons I've ever seen from a single player ever in my life, bro.
He actually shot a pretty decent percentage from 3, didn't he?
From 3, yeah. From 3, he wasn't that bad. From 3, he was showing up in the clutch, averaging a triple-double. Like, bro, the dude was just on one. Like, his MVP season was more captivating than LeBron's MVP seasons, bro.
I think what made 2017 Russ so special was that people kind of wrote OKC off, and everybody thought, Russell carry the team to a playoff. Like, I don't think nobody even thought, like, he's not going to do anything. That's what
our roster was bad that season. Our roster wasn't that good this season.
Yeah, James Harden still the MVP, but it's fine.
Hey, he got 128.
Oh my!
Yo,
he got the year after that.
Yo, Jimmy Two Shoes. Don't
Yeah,
bring
he
up
should-
no.
he should have
Don't bring
won
up no damn 2016 Curry. Nobody care about that. And KD in 2014 was not like it was not more captivating, bro. Like
What?
the league. 2014 KD.
No, I thought you said 2018. I was like, what you mean? KD was. I mean,
No,
KD, I mean, KD's MVP was cool, but I think Russ was a little more impressive, just because like no one. Because everybody wrote across.
The
Like,
dude led the
Wow.
league in scoring and averaged a
Yeah.
triple double.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
because everybody wrote them off. I
Yeah,
remember
James
everybody
Harden.
wrote OKC off. I remember that trade. I remember everybody wrote OKC off. I remember everybody was like, Russell ain't gonna be able to take this team to the playoffs. He's not gonna be able to carry the load. I remember all the crazy narratives against him. Like, and the fact he proved everybody wrong was to me was like a really special moment to me. Like, yeah,
100%.
I
even
think
though
Russ is-
Hey, I gotta get some other guys on here, but appreciate the time you spent with us, bro.
Damn, we
That'd
can't
be
hey,
touch-
Doug, tell Mookie man it's MJ Mahomes and it's everybody else. All right,
MJ
all right, tell
Mahomes
him
and
that.
everybody else. Facts. You be easy.
Man.
I love how I started that trend. I just start a lot of trends. I'm beginning to realize it, and I don't even like know I be doing it.
You're influential.
I'm influential, bro. It's crazy. Like the MJ Mahomes, the salute and crap. I think there's one more other thing that I got everybody doing. It's funny as hell. Like it's really hilarious. But screw it, bro. How many more trends do you think I'll start in my career?
Too many.
Too many. I would start a lot, bro. I think people started saying like, "What are we doing?" And I was the one saying that. And I remember the speed John, right? People were saying I was like a speed clone or something because I said, "Are you serious?" But in my head, I'm like, I always say that, so I'm like,
No, you
how am I?
copy speed. You copy speed.
Oh my God! All right. We're gonna bring some other guys up here. What's good, fellas? How y'all doing? C-Town, no, yes I did. C-Town, I did create MJ Mahomes.
Good, how about yourself?
What's up with y'all?
Somebody's listening to us in the background. I need y'all to meet that voice real quick. There we go. Perfect. Nah, but C-Town, no, I promise you, I started MJ Mahomes. I actually did create MJ Mahomes, bro. I stood up, I started saluting, and I was going at Fluent about Patrick Mahomes, and I literally called him MJ Mahomes. And ever since then, people started talking about that.
You're the player choice GOAT, Dub. You're the player choice GOAT. Everyone followed in your lead.
Nah.
You're
That's
being
cap.
humble
That's
right
cap.
now,
That's
man.
cap. That's cap.
Nah, I wouldn't say I'm the GOAT. I think I'm pretty. I'm top 5. I'll give myself top 5. The GOAT, I don't know.
No, give your top 5. Give your top 5.
I'll say
Player
top
choice?
5.
On
I'll say
player's
top
choice?
5.
Yeah, give your top 5.
Who's top
Top 5 on player's choice, right? Mars got to be up there. This isn't in order.
Don't just flatter me because I'm here.
No. Mars got to be up
honest.
there.
Be honest.
Shaq got to be up there. After Shaq got to be up there, I think Dell got to be up there as well as being the two guys to really start everything off. After that,
How you gonna not put low in there?
there?
You can't put low in there. You gotta put low in there.
Well,
Loads just
Mars,
the
how we going
stack.
with
Ticket's an easy number 1. I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Ticket's top 5. Ticket's top 5.
I'm stuck
top 5.
between Ticket and Low. So maybe I'm outside the top 6 because you got Ticket and Low right there. Then you got me right there. But Ticket is like, I don't know. Ticket's starting to get like a little bit redundant for me. So it's like,
Damn.
I just can't be.
Yeah. You gotta go.
That's just me. That's just me though. Like I can't. I used to be able to watch him all the time, but now it's like I just don't feel like hearing somebody screaming in the mic the whole episode.
I don't like people that hate on LeBron for no reason. Like he'll just.
I love it when he does that though. I love it when he does that. I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious, bro.
It's entertaining, but I just like sometimes, like you said, it gets old. Like it's just you hate on the same dudes. Like, let someone else. Like I don't know, hate on Kawhi. I don't know.
Look at guys saying Fluent made me. That's so funny. Cause you want to know something? Fluent had his most relevance when I was beefing with him.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think you can be top 5 if you got swept in the face-offs.
That was chat bias, and it was.
I don't know if you can be top 5 if you're 0-1 in the finals.
Hey, all I say is it was.
I won.
You're
I
one on now. You're one on one.
And I won a handicap match.
Hey, it shouldn't have been a sweep. It should have been close. It was closer. When I voted, it was closer. So
It was a close sweep. That's what it was. Just like the Nets Celtics series last year.
I'm not gonna lie, Mars. You're a capper because I know you lie. You lie. You sat here after that show. You said, "Dad, bro, Dub got robbed."
Oh,
That's
because
crazy.
I've been taught how to interact with humans. You tell them what they want to hear after a tragic
That
loss.
is such a lie, Mars.
So
you have
what
told me.
I just told you what you wanted to hear because I know
No, Mars. You want to know why?
I know
You
how
want to
to
know why
show
that's cap?
compassion.
You want to know why that's cap? You have told me times where I got cooked, and you've told me that blatantly. Nah, Dub, you got cooked. So no, I'm not hearing that.
Yeah, but that's because you think you didn't get cooked, and I just
remember that. Mars said he was like 9 years old.
I didn't think I got cooked then. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, but you came off a tragic loss. I didn't want to add salt to the wound.
Get the hell out of here, bro. You nasty. 2018 to 2019 PG or current Tatum? Who's a better player?
Paul George, and it's not even close.
Manu Ginobili.
Mars, cut that shit out, Mars. Stop with the Manu shit. Wait, but seriously, wait.
It's close.
It's close. I gotta think about this one.
It's close. They're really the same type of archetype of players, honestly.
Yeah.
I'll say they're the same, but I just don't see how it's close. I don't.
Well, I mean,
Tatum made the finals.
Paul George is better. I don't watch a lot of Celtics games. That's the thing. I don't watch a lot of Celtics games.
Yeah, Tatum's kind of inconsistent. I can't even lie.
There's also that.
Finals.
Because I remember 2018-19 PG being so inconsistent other than like the playoffs. Like that's like my only problem with PG in 2018-19. Other than that, he doesn't really have a lot of inconsistencies.
Yeah, PG's just better on both sides of the ball. So
he's better scorer too. I don't think he's a better scorer.
Yeah.
He's not a better scorer than Jason Tatum.
He's a better offensive player.
Is he a better passer?
I take Tatum.
PG's a better passer than Jason Tatum? I don't think so.
In 2019,
Jason Tatum's passing is
because this is this season, right? This is this season.
Yeah. Jason Tatum's passing is amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
Over PG?
PG didn't have no crazy passing. Tatum was. I feel like kicking.
So I got Tatum as a better scorer. You want to say the passing is a wash? Cool.
The defense close too.
No, defense.
No, it's not. It's
bro, Tatum locked KD up in the playoffs last year. What are you talking about?
Hey, my Dub's logic on episode of the panel, by Dub's what Dub said to Ticket in an episode of the panel, he said it was the team.
It wasn't.
I mean,
who was the main player guarding KD in the playoffs?
Tatum. But if you even go back to that series, it was a team. Like
they would help and send pressure damn near every single time he would drive.
Every time he would drive, help comes.
Like it was like
try to go to the rim, Horford comes up.
I think Tatum did a good job, but to put him to put him in the category of like, yeah, I locked this dude down. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Saying Tatum looks
but Paul George got cooked a lot too. Now let's not.
It's like saying Iggy locked up LeBron. That's basically.
It's like saying Kawhi locked up Giannis back in.
Because I'm not gonna lie, Mars. I agree with you on there. Iggy wasn't locking up LeBron, so it's like. Yeah, this is basically like saying Iggy locked up LeBron. He played very good defense though. JT played good defense too.
No, you can't say it like that because LeBron still went crazy when Iggy was guarding him. KD was actually terrible last year in the playoffs.
He had good numbers, but that field goal was
terrible. KD was not. He didn't even have good numbers.
KD was being saved by free throws.
Yeah, KD
was being saved by free throws. It was crazy.
He had that game. I think game 3 where he went to the line like 20 times. It saved him.
In the last game, he went line like 14 times.
Looked like D Wade back in 2006, just getting to the.
Nah. D Wade was better. D Wade was better in 2006. Let's not do that. Don't disrespect. Would you say Kawhi is like Tyson, short/high peak? Yeah, that's a good comparison.
By that, yeah, but as like relative to that sport, no, Tyson clears, but based on that, yeah.
But on that way of thinking, he's 100% right. G-Man with the super chat. Kawhi versus Russ is mad disrespectful to Kawhi.
It is, though.
When has Russ's play style ever led to winning? Russ a crazy stat pattern. I watched that whole season. Yo, y'all are nasty. G-Man is crazy.
Basically. So Russell Westbrook basically.
That guy was spitting facts, though. I can't even lie.
He ain't lie.
Y'all so nasty. Aramis Jones. We're sponsored by Luca and Aramis Jones. That's a reminder. Ayo. Shout out to Brandon Ingram looking like Kobe last night.
Tried to tell people about Brandon Ingram and everyone looked at me.
Oh, you hated Brandon Ingram. What are you talking
about? And then I obviously I hated Trae Young as well back in the day. But once I got out my bias back, started trying to tell people about Brandon Ingram. And people got mad at me because I said he's the Pelicans' best player. But
Mars, I'm not gonna lie. Since Aramis is watching right now, do you want to tell him about the thing that you told me?
What did I tell you?
About you doing the rock Lil Uzi.
Oh, I never told you that.
Yes, you did. No, you did. You told. Yes, you did. Yes, Aramis. He told me. If you dropping it, bro.
Aramis, don't
he
waste
gonna
your
hit.
money expecting something.
He gonna start rocking. He gonna start rocking, bro.
Don't do that.
Mars.
Mm-mm.
Mars, why are you lying now? Don't be shy.
I don't
for the
lie.
camera,
I
bro.
never lie. I never lie.
Don't be shy.
I'm always honest. I just you tried to lie. I'm not doing it. No, I refuse.
The Russ disrespect is OD though. I didn't like that super chat that other dude brought up. Like that's so disrespectful.
I think Kawhi had the better career. I think Kawhi's just was the better player in career.
Yeah.
I'm not going off
Kawhi
of the
just better
ring.
everything.
I'm going off of that Toronto ring.
My issue with Westbrook is like I don't think the way he plays leads to wins. Like the last few years, it's been tragic. And the worst thing for me is watching the Lakers because I see LeBron start off right. He's like diming everyone. He's running the offense. Then you get Westbrook coming and he just turns it over. He just like he'll make a nice play, then he'll like airball.
I'm gonna ask you a ticket question. I'm gonna do a ticket interruption. I'm gonna do a ticket question. How don't it lead to wins when he's made the playoffs damn near every single season? How does it lead to wins?
He cannot get out the first round.
No. How don't it lead to wins if he makes the playoffs every season? How don't
making the playoffs
when he has a 70% chance of winning when he has a triple double? How don't it lead to wins?
50% of the teams in the league make the playoffs, so that playoff point don't even count. And two,
and KD for a good amount.
The year he won the MVP, he lost in 5 games.
Yeah, and OKC beat Houston in the minutes he was on the floor. That whole series, they beat Houston.
Yeah, 2017,
they lost because he came 5 games. They lost because he went on the bench.
2017 against them, but
they won. They beat Houston the whole time Russ was playing. They lost by like 40 points in 5 games when he was on the bench.
It was the players on the team were comparable.
Yeah, that's just not his fault.
Wait, how is it not his fault?
How am I blaming Russell Westbrook for the fact that his team lost because he sat on the bench?
Because he's the best player. If you give LeBron credit when he win, you gotta give LeBron credit when they lose.
Who's you?
LeBron and Russ.
You're talking to us. You're talking to us.
Same thing with Russ.
We don't do that. But we don't do that. So
if he get credit when he put up a triple double and win, he need to get credit when he puts up a triple double and loses too.
So if he's winning every single game while he's on the court, and they get blown out in the 10 minutes he's not on the court, you expect me to blame Russell Westbrook for his team losing? If that makes sense to you, that's on you. Just so you know, to me,
you could apply that logic to everybody. I don't see people. I don't see.
No, I'm just that doesn't. Dub, does that make sense to you? Dub, does that make sense?
No, I'm fine with you saying that.
Okay, it doesn't make sense.
You can find. It's just dumb. It's just dumb to me.
Yeah, it's dumb to me. That doesn't make sense. How can I blame Russell Westbrook for losing, for being on the bench? Like,
If he had a comparable team, then sure, but he didn't have a comparable team.
Right, that just doesn't like. If you want to blame him for the Utah series, I've said
they lost to rookie Donovan Mitchell.
That's 100%. Blame Utah in Portland. Sure, you can blame him for that. If you want to blame him for Portland, that's fine. I don't care.
I mean, he was injured.
The Houston series, I'm not blaming him.
I would blame him for Portland, but I don't blame him for I don't blame him for what happened in Utah. That's Paul George.
I just think he didn't play to his level. You think
he should not be getting outplayed by a rookie and Ricky Rubio
against Utah? He dropped like 40-some points on 40-some shots in the last game.
Yeah, he was on the definition of
I can't blame it all on Russ.
Y'all had to understand how that series played out, though, right? The point, like I said, this goes to the point of Russell Westbrook being selfish. That was just a blatant lie. Russell Westbrook for game 1, game 2, and game 3. I don't remember game 4 like that, but game 1, game 2, and game 3, he was trying to play the Paul George. He was trying to let him shine. He was trying to let him be himself. But Paul George wasn't showing up. Paul George wasn't hitting the shots that he should have been hitting. So what Russell did later on in the series is like, screw this. I have to put the team on my back in order for us to put ourselves in a position to win. He started going crazy. He beat them in game 5, and then they only lost by 5 points in game 6. Because he took the initiative of, since my guy's not showing up, I got to sit here and step up my game.
Well, that series, I don't blame any. I blame all. It was Melo, Russ, and PG fault. Because Melo dropped like 5 points in game 6 too. So it was really all they fought. Nobody showed up to the party. Nobody showed up to the party.
I can't blame Russ all the way. PG has to get a good amount of blame as well. Because, again, he shouldn't have been getting outplayed by Joe Ingles. He should have been. He should have taken that matchup.
You blame the team. Yeah, you blame the team.
What was about to say, Mars?
Not just individuals.
Was Russ trucking?
Was Russ chucking?
Yep.
What, game 5 and game 6?
Mm-hmm.
Game 6, yeah.
You could probably classify that as chucking, yeah.
Okay, they were on the same
Mars, you got the numbers?
But the reasoning,
I know he was chucking.
No. But
there was a game he took 23s. Like,
yeah.
come on, he was
no, but the reasonings behind that is like I said, Mars. When you sit here and as a player, right, and you see that like the same criticism Luka gets, right? He shoots the ball too much. He holds the ball too much. It's like, bro, when you see that your team, you don't have the adequate pieces to put your team in a position to win. I'm not just gonna sit here and put the ball in your hands to hope that you can sit here and make something happen. If I know that I'm the best player, I know that I could probably get the job done, and I know that our best chance to win the game is with me playing this way. Then that's exactly what I'm gonna do, and that's what Russ did in Game 5 and Game 6. And to be clear, he never did that ever again his whole entire career in the playoffs.
He never had a chance to.
No, because he didn't. Because then the next year, when Paul George actually was playing, not great, but he played better than what he did against the Jazz. Look, he didn't do that again.
I thought the Jazz series was the series that they broke up after that.
Melo was gone after that, but
Melo was gone, but Portland is when they split up.
Portland, yeah, that's when they were.
True. Okay, yeah. Facts,
Even then, Paul George, like, and that's another thing. Like, Russell always has a good relationship with his people. Like, him and Paul George were still cool as hell after that year. Yeah, just knew it couldn't work.
Let me ask this question. So, like, instead of looking at when Russ played bad, when did Russ play good in the playoffs after KD?
Like, when did he get out? When did he get out the first round after KD?
Only
like, if you want to give him credit for Houston,
but no, I'm not.
I don't even think he played in the first round until I think he played 2
and they barely beat that OKC team. They went to 7.
So you got 2017 he lost, 2018 he lost, 2019 lost, 2020 he was in round 2, but he was hurt in the bubble. 2021 I think he was hurt going into that playoffs as well. Played trash. And then wasn't in the playoffs in 2022, so it hasn't been good.
I'm pretty sure he was
this guy's unavailable, bro. This guy's always injured.
I'm talking about
he's been hurt in 2 playoff runs.
The only reason I'm saying this stuff is we comparing him to Kawhi. We comparing him to Kawhi's career, and Kawhi has always been the number 1 option. So I'm just looking at
not always.
In the lens.
No.
Well, not always, but I'm talking about their peak. Obviously, the peak. Okay, so if we're comparing Westbrook and Kawhi, when they're both the number 1 options on the team, who has more success and who's just a better player? So the reason I'm giving Russ so much flack because we compare him to Kawhi, and he's never been out the first round when he's the number 1 option. Never. I don't even think he's been to Game 7 as the number 1 option on his team. So
that hurts.
Hey man,
I hear your point. I hear your point, but it's like I don't want to talk about this. I gotta use the bathroom. Y'all be beat.
I will say Kawhi.
Okay, I'm hosting. Hello guys.
At Kawhi's peak was a lot better than Russ's, and just playoff run wise, again, I don't really compare the 2014 one because he did have Tim, who was old, I will agree, but he had Tim, Manu, and Tony Parker.
He still was the best player in that series, in that final series though, on the Spurs.
I don't think it was the offensive number 1 option, but he's good defense. Good defense.
He averaged like 17. He averaged 17 points there. Nobody on that Spurs team when he won the Finals MVP averaged more than him per game.
That doesn't mean he was the number 1 option.
Yeah, it couldn't be that far off if he only averaged 17.
No, it wasn't there that far off. But
I'd probably say
he wasn't the number 1 option. He just didn't miss. That's what it was. They weren't like most of his shots were coming off the Spurs ball movement, just finding him open, and like he'd either shoot or attack a closeout or run in transition. It weren't like they were running an offense.
I will say he created on his own. Game 3, he created on his own.
Yeah, you could say that, but I think I'd say Tony Parker was the number 1 option on that team.
I would agree as well. Yeah. I would agree. Now Toronto, he was definitely the number 1 option.
For sure.
The entire.
I think I'm a little biased. I'm a Raptors.
Yes.
No, he definitely was the number 1 option. That's not.
I was thinking Lowry, but I was like, Lowry wasn't really.
No.
Absolutely stop I couldn't even say that.
Oh my!
Yes, it was Kawhi, but all he did was replace DeMar DeRozan, so it's not hard to do that. No offense to DeMar.
It's so crazy that DeMar came out.
We gotta stop with that. That Sixers series was ridiculous.
Yeah, he
carried us because I'm a Raptors fan. I remember that. And every year, our team forgets how to shoot the ball. It's happened again in the Sixers series. I remember Van Vliet chucking up bricks like everyone else. Kawhi was like averaging like 35, and when
on
they're like
60% shooting too. On 60
as a Raptors fan,
90, something like that.
you agree that Kawhi traveled on the game winner, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I don't care.
So they should have called it.
Be crying.
They don't call travel no way.
They should have called it, man.
They don't call travel no way.
Hey,
I would have called it.
Would have changed history.
You gotta be fair. I would have called it. You don't get a game winner when you
So
travel.
if they called it, would it be Sixers Bucks instead of Raptors Bucks in that 19 run?
Yeah, the game just goes to overtime. We'll see
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't know what happens in that overtime. I don't want to think about that. I'll take my chip.
I roll with Kawhi. I think Kawhi would have won it. I think he still would have pulled it out.
Yeah, no, I think
Mars,
I remember.
I need to know your answer. Is KD on a super team?
Do I have to pick, or can I sit on the fence?
You
gotta pick.
Sit on the fence.
You gotta pick.
Because I said it's a fringe super team. I wouldn't argue either way. If I had to pick, I'd say yes. I'd lean more towards yes than no.
Yeah, I'd
so let's say he wins the title. So let's say he wins the title this year. Will it matter or no?
It'll matter more than the Warriors.
I'm always of the opinion a ring is a ring.
Like, will his rings count? Like, to the general population, will his rings, like, will that one ring with the Suns count as much, or will it be like the same level of impact as the Warriors rings?
It depends on the opinion people have of KD. Because at this point, KD, people are going to view him how they want to view him. If they don't like KD, if he wins, they're going to say he won on another super team, and if he loses, they're going to say he lost with a super team. And if you did like KD, the people are going to say, see, he won without Steph Curry, the one thing that people said he couldn't do. And if he loses, he's going to say, well, he didn't have a super team, so it's not his fault he lost. It just depends on what people think of KD. Me personally, I'm not really going to care regardless. So I think they're going to win. And if they don't win, it depends on how they lose. But a ring is a ring.
They got to go through Milwaukee. They got to go through Milwaukee or the Celtics.
Or the Sixers.
Maybe. But if the Celtics, let's say the Celtics and I don't know. Let's say like the Celtics drop down in standings because Tatum and Brown are going to be out today for the Bucks. Let's say they go down in standings, and it's like Celtics versus Sixers. Do you think the Celtics win that series, or do you think the Sixers will win it because of Embiid?
I had the Sixers going to the finals preseason, so I'm gonna stand on it and say the Sixers will.
You got too much faith in Joel Embiid, man.
If I was a betting man, I would not bet on the Sixers. I'd take.
I'm not a betting man, but
so when Giannis goes back to the finals, what are you gonna say?
If Giannis goes back to the finals, good for him. I don't care.
Let's say he wins. Where is he gonna rank, like all time?
How long have you been watching the show?
Since the beginning.
How often have you heard me say rings change my opinions of players?
Not often. I ain't gonna lie.
So why do you think Giannis winning a ring will change my opinion of him?
Just because of the two MVPs, the two Finals MVPs, and the decoy. I just think that altogether would rank him higher than what he is now.
Mars, go ahead. You raise your hand very respectfully.
How often have you heard me say I care about accolades when ranking players?
I ain't gonna lie, haven't heard a lot.
Okay, so why do you think Giannis's 2 championships, two MVPs, and a defensive player of the year would move him up for me?
I don't have a reason. That's why I was asking.
If he elevates his play in the playoffs or maintains his play in the playoffs, that will impact it to me, whether or not he wins or loses. I just think his offensive game just falls off in the playoffs. That's my issue with him. If he can show the playoff scoring and offensive game that translates better than I have seen last year, even in 2021, that would change my opinion more than if he won a championship but looked the exact same. So that's more what I'm looking for than the outcome. So,
okay.
But Giannis is a great player, man. Top 20 peak of all time. So
valid. I'm not gonna hold last year against him because he had no spacing really because Middleton was out against the Celtics, and that was a great defense. So I'll give him a pass on that, and then he won the chip before, so I'd hold Giannis high if he get it done this year because the league is pretty competitive. So if to get it, like he'd have to go through some good teams to get a chip this year. So I'd move him up for me.
Yeah, I blame him a little bit for last year, but
yeah, me too.
So I'm not gonna entirely like throw him under the bus. I just think people overstate how well he played in that series.
The last 2 games he was terrible.
Game seven was bad. But I need to move people on because Dub is telling me to. So thank you for coming up, and I'll get some new people.
Good show.
Thank you. Get this guy.
Yeah.
Tyson. Oh,
What the
whoopsie. Relax. I'm new to this. This is Dub's part of the show. There we go.
That's the first time you removed me. You don't like me.
I don't, but I didn't remove you for that reason. So that's fine. Before I talk to you guys, let me read some super chats. Eric Dupree, Ticket hates Kawhi, KD, and Steph more than LeBron. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true.
No.
KD for sure. I don't know about Kawhi.
KD, yeah, but he used to love.
Well,
KD,
I mean, he talks about Kawhi being like not there, like real players, real what they used to do back in the day. They just sucked it up and played. So
for sure. He hates anybody that leaves their team to go somewhere else and win.
But then hates Draymond Green for staying on his team and winning. But it's that doesn't matter. Oh,
what are we doing? Oh my God! I wanted to escape the not gonna lie, I wanted to escape the Russell Westbrook talks because I love Russell Westbrook, bro.
Oh, we moved on ages ago. We started talking about Giannis.
I heard about Draymond Green. What happened with Draymond Green?
Oh, it was
no, it was
one of the super chats said Ticket hates KD, Kawhi, and Steph more than LeBron, and then Tyson said Ticket just hates players who leave their team to win. And then I said, but he hates Draymond Green, who stays on his team and won. And then you came back. Hello, Dub.
Oh, gotcha. Hello. Did you read some of these super chats or no?
I read one, but I cleared it, so all of these haven't been read yet.
Got you. Let's get right. Super chat from Zane. Paul George greater than Carmelo. PG honestly clears. That is so nasty.
That's obvious, though.
Yes.
I'm not doing it today.
Yeah, that's an argument. It's a debate.
Not obvious. This is
Manu Ginobili's over both.
Mars, do you think Russ's play style was effective at winning, especially with that playoff efficiency, bro?
In the situations he was in, like post KD, no. So I think if you put him in the right situation, he could win.
What's the right situation?
What's the right situation?
What is the right situation? He's been in some good situations. What's the right situation?
If you kept him and KD together and got them adequate floor spacing, I think they would have won.
I don't know, man. It's tough. I don't know, man. I just hate Russ and his style of play. His like even when KD was on the team, he's shooting 2 or 3 more shots or 10 more shots than this dude, man. And you got one of the most efficient scorers in the game, but you think of yourself as this great scorer, which he can be at times, but then at other times he's just horrible. I never seen a player go from at the beginning of the game he'll drop 20 in the first half, and then in the second half he'll just shoot his team out of the game, but taking bad shots. It's like almost him starting off the game good is almost bad in a way, because the second half he's about to try to get that rhythm back, and he's just gonna keep shooting and keep shooting and keep shooting. I don't know. I can't. You can't win with Russ, bro. It's no situation I see on a bad team. He's great. He'll give you triple-double. He'll look good, but they're still not going to win because it's a bad team. But then you put him on a good team, and he takes the ball away from better players. So
let me ask you.
I don't know,
right?
bro.
Let me ask you this, right? When they were up 3-1 against the Golden State Warriors,
right?
If they had better floor spacing, so like let's say we take Andre Robertson and give him like a 3-and-D guy at that time, like a Wesley Matthews.
Okay.
Don't you think that they beat the Warriors with that?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just don't trust.
They wouldn't get
Russ's play. Like on paper, yeah, what you're saying sounds good, but at the end of the day, I don't trust Russ down the stretch of close games. Period.
I think if KD's healthy in 2015,
I'm sorry.
If KD's healthy in 2015 instead of missing the whole year with the foot, I wouldn't be surprised if OKC won that year. I just think they were unfortunate a lot of times in that KD Russ run.
Yeah,
whether or not they would win, I don't know, but I think they would have had a lot more runs together. And
they were very unfortunate.
They could have.
I think
they would have had more runs together. Whether they would have won or not would be my question. Of course, that was a great team, and you know what I'm saying. You're gonna win games when you got that much talent on one team. Now, are you gonna be able to turn that to a finals win? That's the question.
I really think so, bro. I don't think y'all understand.
I think his top 10 what?
Point guard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy.
top 7.
You'd have to start talking about Gary Payton's and stuff if you were gonna.
Okay, I mean, because I was in the chat.
If you're going way back and you want to throw in like Tiny Archibalds and these type of players, then maybe you get him out of the top 10. But as far as the modern era, yeah, he's top 10.
You'd have to start saying Bob Cousy.
I mean,
yeah, you have to go into some deep bags and just value winning over what Russ has done to put players over him. But I mean,
he's not better than Oscar Robertson.
Because Oscar Robertson's better than him.
How?
Oscar Robertson's the top.
Because he's a better shooter and a playmaker and a rebounder. He does everything. Why would you put him over Oscar Robertson?
Playing basketball in his time is better than Russell Westbrook playing basketball in his time.
But how, bro? You guys talking about like first round exits? He was getting out the first round too until he got saved by what's his name, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That was never my argument for Russell Westbrook.
Oh no, not you. No.
So why are you asking me that?
The argument for Oscar.
That's my thing, right? Oscar Robertson, right? The same criticism y'all use for Russell Westbrook, I could say the damn same thing for Oscar Robertson too. The dude wasn't getting out the first round, but until he got with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he got out the first round twice on the Royals, and then that's it. And he spent like 8 years.
I'm not gonna sit up here and act. I know the Royals roster and what type of team that was. I'm not gonna sit up here in front.
The reason they always lost is because their defense was extremely mid. That's why they lost.
Yeah, so I know what Russ's teams look like. I know what was going on with him. So that's why I'm throwing a lot of blame at Russ. But I don't know if I can assign that same blame to Oscar Robertson as far as his team's makeup. So you got it on that one.
They lost because of defense. They put Oscar Robertson top 10.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying they don't apply the same energy to everybody, bro. Russ and Oscar is like they damn near the same player, bro.
Okay.
They're not.
I mean, one's top 5, one's.
I think Russ is AI and like a bigger body. I was gonna say Oscar's body, but
Russ and AI to me is the perfect comparison in terms of.
They're very similar.
Yeah. I think John's going down the same road. I hope
Russ bigger, more athletic though.
Oscar Robertson
a
better basketball player than Russell Westbrook.
Better shooter.
He does everything better.
Defender.
Like literally everything. Unless you want to say Russell Westbrook peaks as a better defender. I would really.
He did peak as a better defender. But
I give you that. But everything else, just Oscar Robertson, watching him and knowing what I know of him, I think he's better than
Oscar
Russell Westbrook.
The first player I ever saw run a pick and roll consistently.
Okay.
I just don't know what his team was like. Like that's why I can't assign the blame to him as far as winning and losing because I don't know that much about the team.
I need the best playmaker in the playoffs from back in the day than Oscar.
Oh, because okay, now I see where where you're going with Mars. Now I see what you're about to say.
What was I about to say?
Because relative to era, he was the best playmaker of his time, and then in Russell Westbrook's time,
it's always relative to era. Yeah, Oscar's a better playmaker, better scorer, better outside shooter. I'd say it's a wash defensively, but if you want to give that to Russ, that's fine.
Is he really that much of a better scorer?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
I think the fact that he can shoot the ball just helps his scoring in terms of translation between regular season and playoffs. That's the big difference for me.
Isn't Oscar more efficient?
Yeah, if you wanted to do the volume thing, Russell Westbrook's better because if you start adjusting those 60 scoring numbers, Oscar's not averaging like 30. That's fine. I just think Oscar Robertson, the fact that he could shoot the ball, one of the best pull-up shooters at the time, him and Jerry West. The fact that his game translated better to the playoffs, that's why I think he's a better scorer than Russell.
So the game translating.
The main problem with Russ is he thinks he can shoot. If this dude has some self-awareness and took less bad shots, he would be really good. But he thinks he's a three-point assassin, bro. That's the problem to me.
Yeah, I'll never get over the fact that Russ took 23s in a playoff game.
Right. Like why would you do that, man?
That was
and he made 7 of them. He shot 35%. I'm still not forgiving him. It's ridiculous.
Made 8.
I mean, that game 6 against Utah was hard to watch, especially between him and Paul George, because
at least Russ was making like some shots.
Paul George was terrible.
2 for 18.
He was like 2 of 16. Russ had attempted 40 shots, and it's like I felt bad for him because it's like you had to, because Melo and PG wasn't giving you nothing.
You don't have to though. That's the thing. To me, you do not have to. You let them guys still take their shots, still try to find their rhythm, still, because you're not going to win with me shooting 40 shots. That's the problem with the self-awareness once again. He's like, okay, I got this. Watch, move out the way, guys. I got this. No, you don't, nigga. You do not got this.
Your teammate shooting 2 of 16, though.
But Todd, listen, bro. If your guy, you was trying to do that for 4 or 5, so 3 to 4 games, you trying to do that with PG, and he still is not cashing in. What are you gonna do as a player? You really gonna sit here and just live with him doing that, bro?
I'm not gonna shoot 40 shots. I'm gonna get other people involved. I'm gonna try to get them easy buckets. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but me always trying to bail people out. He tried to bail KD out. KD said, "I don't need no help. I don't need no bailout, bro. Give me the ball."
I don't condone going against making the right play. If your guy's shooting 4 of 25. But the right place to give him the ball wide open, give him the ball.
Give him the ball, bro.
That's just how
he getting paid too.
Like
that last shot.
If he misses a shot, I trust him. I trust that the next shot, if it's a good shot,
exactly. Why does he trust himself over these other guys? Like he's about to make the next one.
Because Paul George was 2 of 16. This is the way I look at it.
I'm giving him the next shot, and he'll either be 2 of 17 or 3 of 17.
Exactly. I agree, Mars.
This is the way I look at it. Like this happens all the time. And Todd, this happens all the time. You go outside, you play, you gotta do wide open, but he gonna miss that shit. Why the fuck am I gonna give him the ball? Why am I gonna give him the ball?
Hey, but we on playing for anything. We aren't playing.
No, bro, no. I'm not.
I don't know.
That actually makes it. That puts it on a high level. I want to win. Why would I give
the difference is Russ is with Paul George every day. He knows the work he puts in. He knows
exactly. Yeah.
This random guy you're playing with.
Yeah, the homies at the park is
you've never seen him before. This guy just might be bad at basketball. He might just be bad at basketball. I don't want to give him the ball. I don't know.
I'm not the PG, but I've seen like examples that I see from over two. I've seen people that they know when they not on. Sometimes they don't even give them that shit because they know they not on, bro, and they win. It's for the betterment of the team. It is what it is.
I don't know. Is it for the betterment of the team? Is it for the betterment of the team? That's the question.
Yes, it's the same thing that AI gets criticized for, right? AI gets criticized for the same thing. Why? Because he had fucking Eric Snow right next to him, and who was Aaron McKee wasn't terrible, but he had Dikembe Mutombo and other guys that wasn't
completely different. That's completely different.
If you not hitting
Eric Snow is on Paul George.
That team was designed. That's what they did in practice. Like they stood on the sideline and watched AI do his stuff. Like that team was designed for that.
You can get an offensive rebound.
But Todd, let's be real though. Let's be real. Like, come on, bro. Let's be real.
Okay.
If you sit here and see that your guy is struggling, this is their first year they played together. He is struggling and not getting off, and you're trying to be the PG and trying to play to his play style, and he's not cashing in. I can't just keep feeding you the rock if you're not cashing in. I can't.
That's fine. Don't feed him the rock. Feed some, man. Get some ball movement. Do something. I don't know, bro. But all I'm saying is Russ jacking up shots is not the answer. That's never been a winning formula.
In no scenario was him shooting 19 3-pointers in the playoff game the right answer ever.
Ever.
Listen, they lost by 5. They lost by 5 points. Every other game that they lost, it was not that close, and it was only that close because of him.
Nah, he got cooked by Ricky Rubio in one of these games. He said he was gonna lock him up.
That's the thing with Russ. That's why he has this false confidence. He has successes and that chucking, and they be like, oh, okay, yeah, next game I'm about to go for 50 on these dudes. No, you're not, bro. Stop. Stop.
Get some more super chats, man. I'm talking about Russ' whole career, not just good seasons. I'm not sure what he was talking about. Aramis Jones, did y'all see LaMarcus Aldridge is signing with Dallas, and Phoenix is trying
to plays basketball?
Carmelo to join him? They just don't give him
LaMarcus Aldridge is not the answer.
LaMarcus Aldridge ain't the answer.
LaMarcus Aldridge is not the answer at all.
Our problem is defense, and they're signing LaMarcus Aldridge.
I like Phoenix signing Carmelo though. Carmelo deserves to be on the team.
Carmelo's about to get a ring.
Does he though?
My son signed Carmelo.
He said they're in the talks of signing Carmelo.
No, I'm calling right now. We're gonna stop them talks.
I mean, he's not
really gonna play, especially in the first season.
He's not gonna play.
Melo had it.
He's gonna sit on
we
the
was
bench class.
talking last season about Carmelo's resurgence. No, he can't defend. I can't defend that.
Yeah, what do we? Yeah, why? We're not that hard up for scoring.
If they're signing him to get him a ring because he's on the roster, Patrick McCaw ring.
Okay, that's it. But he does not need a substantial role in on anybody's team right now.
If he's there to get 15-20 minutes a game, then
please no. Melo should be there to clap and give advice.
Just big buckets off the bench. What's wrong with that?
Nah, they don't need more
because he's giving them back.
We don't need more buckets.
I mean, didn't they lose defense?
Exactly.
Phoenix lost defense. I don't know if they got
Carmelo's like the opposite of the answer for them. But if he's there just to get a ring, I mean, I support it.
They lost defense, but I mean, y'all act as if KD not a good defender, bro. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
He's not as good as a defender as Mikal Bridges.
Of course.
I'm acting like Carmelo's a liability. That's why I'm doing.
I mean, I don't know. Chris Paul looking nasty nowadays.
Yeah, Chris Paul don't got to do that no more. He can just stand at the top of the key and just pass to mid-range shooters. They finna shoot like 90 mid-range.
I heard there was in talks right now with Fair Van Fleet.
Huh?
Wouldn't they have to like release him?
That's what I heard. Something they said about Phoenix was something. I was like, are they doing a buyout or what are they doing? I don't know what's going on. And maybe I'm tripping.
I've never heard
a late trip.
28-year-old being bought out. Never heard that.
Aramis is clarifying. He said, "My bad." Chat cleared it up. LaMarcus, he worked out in Dallas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that I'd be surprised if they picked him.
Hey, he put 20 on that one though.
Yeah, that's Aramis, bro. He the GOAT. Better.
So from the games y'all seen so far, did you watch any of the games with Dallas? What did y'all think?
Hold on. We about to get there because G-Man just said G-Man just sent a super chat. But real quick, Eric Dupree, better number 2 option, Westbrook or Stockton? I'm going
Westbrook shoots the ball.
Brought up again.
Yeah,
they just
Westbrook. Eustace with the super chat. Why is KD overweight all time?
Because he's better and was better for longer.
Yeah.
Cool. G-Man.
I love D-Wade, but yeah, KD gets the nod on that.
Yeah, me too. Kyrie and Luka gonna fail? Question mark.
They're not gonna win.
I mean, it depends what failure is. If your aim,
they're gonna be out in the second round probably.
I feel like
if your aim was there better than they were before the trade, no, they're not gonna fail. And if you're judging them off these 2 games,
that's too short of a sin.
Their defense is trash, like I said it was gonna be, and they can't rebound.
It was trash before.
Yeah, exactly. So nothing's really changed. They can't rebound still. They can't play defense still. Jason Kidd has been running some weird lineups.
What about the offense though? How do you feel about them? Shooting.
I think the offense has been good. I think the late game offense has been a bit suspect.
Right. The early game offense has been suspect. They turned up in the third, I think, in the fourth.
Yeah, I think once they get it all together, I think Luka's trying to I wouldn't say concede, but he's trying to make it work.
Adapt.
And I think that's adapt. And I think that's going to take a little bit of time, but I don't doubt that the offense is going to be great. You have 2 shot makers like that. It's kind of hard to.
I don't think they'll get the time to adapt because Kyrie is like a walking bomb. He's the Kanye of the NBA.
No.
But,
well, Kanye's about to get re-signed with Adidas, so we can do that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Adidas. They're like, hey, sorry about that. You come back.
Listen,
you lose $1 billion, you'll change your views too.
But what's it called? Kyrie. I think Kyrie. What's it called? I think the relationship dynamic between Kyrie and Luka is just something that's going to get better over time, right? They're out the gate, and I think they're playing pretty well with each other, just out the gate, adjusting to each other. Luka really didn't have a guy like this, besides like Jalen Brunson, who commanded the rock like Kyrie Irving. So the fact that he has a willingness and showing that willingness to adjust to Kyrie Irving just goes to show the team player and Luka Doncic actually is. Like I said before, it was just a lie to sit here and say that Luka was a selfish player and all of this nonsense. You feel me? And I think once they find that continuity with each other, I think that'll convince Kyrie to stay, bro. And they're gonna lock in him for the future. They're gonna be being for shit, man. I'm telling y'all. Honestly,
they probably get like.
I think
I don't like it.
They're 2 of my favorite players, but they're probably gonna be out in the second round this year.
This year, yeah.
I don't think they're making it past the first round.
I don't like it. I don't like the team dynamic. I'll never like the team dynamic of Oh, go ahead, bro. You got it.
Shout out to Jokic. You got the ring. He got the ring already. Philly's gonna get to the finals. Then lose. Philly's gonna be the 4th team from Philly to lose the title this year. You know, shout out to Philly.
Yeah,
sorry to them.
If we lose the championship, we're going to crush. But I don't think we're gonna win. So,
son, I hope y'all know they could sign a lot of people in free agency, right? Like, I don't like
Dallas.
I don't like I don't like what's his name?
Christian Wood.
I don't like Chris Middleton, right? I don't like him. I call him Middleton. Okay. But him as a third option behind Kyrie and Luka.
Why would Middleton leave?
I like that.
Why would he leave?
Why would he leave?
Why would he leave?
Dallas?
Yeah.
Like
go
besides wishful thinking, just
to go play with Luka Doncic.
He's playing with Giannis.
So you're gonna leave? Leave a championship like situation.
You want me to leave Giannis to go get the ball?
That might be a championship situation.
Middleton needs to understand. He needs to understand that the Bucks are not winning a ring. They're not gonna win a ring again. That little 2021 run, it was nice, but it was like a Mickey Mouse run that they talk about LeBron James, bro. It's something that's not gonna happen again. I'm sorry.
And Dallas is the place to go to get a ring.
Mickey Mouse.
He has already been coached by Jason Kidd.
Dallas is the place to go.
I don't like it, man. Middleton gonna have to take a huge step back. I mean, look at the shots that other players are getting right now. These kids do. Tim Hardaway is getting like 4 shots a game now, bro. It's ugly. I don't know if Middleton would want to sign up for that.
Middleton should take a step back. He's not that good.
Jesus Christ.
But that's crazy.
He's an all-star.
He's not that good.
This is wild speaking from the
He ain't that bad either, bro. I ain't gonna say he ain't
that bad. Clearly, if you want Dallas to get him.
He's decent.
Think about it. He won't have the responsibilities of playing with Giannis, being the ball handler and the shot maker for that team. He's more of that third guy playing off of Luka and Kyrie, and I think that'll benefit his game 100%.
You got Holiday and Giannis right now.
They're not Luka or Kyrie, and you know it.
And yet, that's OD though. That's too much.
No. In terms of creating, in terms of setting guys up.
They are shot takers, bro.
In order for them to make it easier for everyone else around them, Kyrie and Luka is way better than Giannis and Drew. Like, way better.
I mean, I get Luka
in terms of winning NBA games.
I don't know, bro.
Kyrie
I don't know.
Drew, as far as like creating for others.
Them a lot of shots they over there taking, bro. Them was a lot of jump shots going up over there in Dallas right now.
Chris, because all you gotta do is just play defense and just play off ball. That's fine. That's all you don't need to do.
Nah, I don't know if Middleton in this stage of his career wants to do that, man. I don't know if he wants to be PJ Tucker.
See, this thing. Y'all,
is he better than PJ Tucker?
Y'all want this man Middleton. Y'all want this man Middleton to play like he did in the 2021. No, 2021. No, he doesn't have to do that with Kyrie and Luka. Like,
but you turned him into PJ Tucker. I wouldn't want to be PJ Tucker.
No, he's a mid player. Yes. We take more and more responsibilities away from him because he's not that good.
He's a lesser tier than an all-star. He's just a.
He's like a tier below.
He's right there. He's like a tier below that all-star.
Because you got superstar,
third option.
Star,
he's an all-star when there's not much forward depth in the conference.
He's whatever tier Mike
He's not a top 25 player.
I agree with that. But he's better than PJ. He's better than just 3-and-D to me.
He's better than PJ Tucker 100%. But that's what I'm saying. You could give him some responsibilities, right? Like, I'm not saying just exalt him all of it, but you gotta take a lot of that away from him.
What you want him to do? Come off the bench with the second unit and get buckets?
He plays defense. He could be with that. He could be with that first unit. He's just gonna be playing off of Kyrie and Luka a lot more with some spot up shots. They could give him the ball. They're sure to rock with him a little bit. Like, come on. We see.
I think Middleton is a guy you can call plays for. Like, really give him the ball to get shots. And in that system, he'll be waiting for the ball to come to him. It's not gonna be no plays called for him. He's good in the mid post. He's a decent player, bro. He's not.
If I'm Dallas, I would get Andrew Wiggins. I would get an Andrew Wiggins type before I get Chris Middleton.
They're the same time.
I ain't trying to make Chris.
They're not.
Middleton.
They're the same time.
I think Wiggins.
No, they're not.
I
disagree.
They're the same time. Wiggins is better, but they're the same time.
I think Middleton is better
Middleton to go from a 2 to a 3
on just isolation offense.
He should.
I think Middleton's better.
But
I think Middleton's better, but they're the same archetype of player.
That will just adjust to that. Like, off the rip because that's what they do.
I'm not going to disagree too much, but I think Middleton is a more of an offensive option than Wiggins. Me personally.
But that don't mean that they should. That could be true. That could be true. That don't mean that they should use him like that. In my opinion, like I don't think Middleton's that good, bro. Him as a second option for a championship team, it's not something that I want in my life.
That just shows how good Giannis is, because Giannis won with that. That's why he's the good.
Drew Holiday.
I'm about to say, man, the formula proved successful. So I mean, how could you knock it?
Man,
well, the Lakers and the Nets got hurt, and the Clippers and all of those teams.
The Lakers got
everyone, all those teams, everyone thought was going to win the chip over the Milwaukee Bucks.
We thought the Nets were going to be good. We thought this, we thought that, but sometimes it don't work out that way.
They got hurt. They
don't work out, man.
Giannis got hurt and still won the title. That's how good he is. Giannis got hurt and still won the title because
against the Atlanta Hawks. Get out of here!
He was still hurt against the Suns.
Who was carrying while he was out, Mars?
No. Hey,
Brook Lopez.
Yeah, you got to throw some love to Middleton too, though. I give you Brook Lopez, no doubt.
Middleton would have 1 or 2 games going crazy.
That's all you need, bro.
Giannis went down.
That's all they needed.
I'm saying he's not a number one option. He's not gonna carry every game, bro. But I'm saying when he has, y'all give Clay credit. Game 6 Clay. When Middleton goes off a couple games on a series and steals you a couple games, that's important, bro.
How many times has Middleton done that in his career?
He had 40 in the finals. He had 40 in the finals. He had 40 in the finals.
Game. 40 in the finals. That's 2.
Has Clay ever had 40 in a finals game?
Get the fuck out of here.
Has Clay ever had 40?
He had 30.
Oh,
30. He got hurt. He got hurt against the Reds.
Middleton had 40.
Middleton is a bucket, bro.
Middleton had 40.
Middleton can't be a bucket. Middleton can be a bucket.
Y'all nasty. This isn't a Clay and Middleton debate. This is not a Clay and Middleton debate. All we're saying is, bro, Middleton's just not that guy, bro.
Okay, I don't know who is as a third option. Middleton is very solid. Second fringe third option, bro.
Do you think? Let me ask you this: do you think the Bucks can win a championship?
Yes. Hell yeah.
Can? Oh yeah.
They've done it. What do you mean?
Can. All right. Let me rephrase it.
Do you think they will?
Do you think they will?
No.
This year?
No.
This year and years to come.
I think they got a good possibility as any of the other teams that come out the East. That's what I think.
Boston.
They got a good chance of beating Boston, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think they can beat Boston.
I think it's highly plausible.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet on it, but I think it's
Philly.
Yes.
I think Philly is the best team in the East. After that, I think Milwaukee and Boston are neck and neck.
I'm not saying who's coming out the East, but they have a decent chance. They in the top 3 or 4 teams, no question.
Now they're beating anybody from the West.
Yes. Everyone except Phoenix. I think they can beat.
Okay.
Bro, they can.
They're in the top 5. Milwaukee are in the top 5, or a top 5 team in the league.
And what about the future years with Cleveland getting better year in and year out?
I mean, they're gonna have to retool. They're gonna have to retool.
Once Bud is gone,
the way they should retool is to find a better number 2.
They're gonna get Zach LaVine.
Find a better coach.
Find a better coach and a better number 2.
Zach LaVine.
No, I don't like Zach LaVine.
What's wrong with Zach LaVine?
No, how many people you gonna put on this one team?
Nah, they don't need Zach LaVine. They need defense. Like they got a great point guard.
You're gonna have Drew, Zach LaVine, Middleton, and
get rid of Middleton.
Replace
Middleton.
Oh yeah. I'm with you on that. We're talking about Middleton as a number 2 though.
No, get rid of Middleton and get Zach LaVine.
No,
and I think
no, you don't like that. No, you don't like that. That's not good.
Ty, how is that not good?
That team is based off defense, man. That team wins. Giannis shoots bad.
He has his struggles.
They don't need Middleton.
Mediocre,
bro.
I mean, who else would be like
that? Their defense is mediocre, you said?
No, Zach LaVine being a mediocre defender isn't going to ruin that whole team's defense.
It's not going to ruin the whole team defense, but me personally, I'm not a big Zach LaVine fan. He has good games, then he has horrible games. Then he doesn't play great defense. Defense needs to be consistent. I'm not a Zach LaVine fan.
Middleton is a worse version of Zach LaVine in terms of score.
Come on, bro. That's nasty.
That's fact. That is fact.
No, that's true.
Levine's a better scorer than Middleton.
Zavine is a better scorer, but he needs that freedom with the ball. Like Middleton can get the ball in the mid post and just do his thing, whatever, or knock down open 3 shots. He's not creating and jacking up like low percentage 3-point shot like a Zach LaVine is. Zach LaVine is not. Then the slasher he once used to be. Nah, bro, he's on the downside. I'm not a fan.
Hey, Middleton's not on the downside.
Nah, Zach Levine's been playing well.
I mean, Middleton's downside is like is more prevalent than Zach LaVine's would be.
LaVine to me is turned into. Come on, bro. He's just too many contested shots taken. He's not that great. I'm not a fan.
You're not going to talk about.
I mean, I can't think of like another top tier player that's a great defender as well that can play second to Giannis. I can't think of one. Except Paul George, but he's old.
Paul George. No.
Yeah. They don't need a Paul. Yeah.
That's what I said. Paul
I
George,
don't
he
know.
gonna stay in LA. He ain't trying to leave Los Angeles for Milwaukee. Like that's not in the plans.
Listen, Todd, I don't think you understand in like the fall of Middleton, bro. Like Middleton this year, I won't even count this year because he's been hurt.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna sit here and count that. But just look at last season, bro. The dude shot, in my opinion, like watching him play wasn't the same guy.
Okay.
His percentages show me he's not the same guy. He's not hitting the shots. He was always inconsistent, but those inconsistencies are showing at a higher clip than it did last season.
Okay, let's give him this year. Give him this year. If he performs the same way and is shitty in the playoff run, I'll give you that.
Then we'll just have to wait and see, and I'll meet you in the middle with that, bro.
Okay.
Phoenix with KD versus Celtics in the finals. Who you got?
Phoenix. The Celtics.
Phoenix.
I got Phoenix, bro.
I got Phoenix.
Yeah, JT's going to freaking do it again.
Dub spitting about Littleton.
When are we going to talk about Zion missing more time?
I mean, they got Brandon Ingram, so did they really?
Yeah, they have their best player, but
Zion, the what? The worst?
They got BI. They don't need. Hey, Zion.
You need both of them. You need both of them to be competitive.
I definitely agree with that.
Zion's gonna probably come by the playoff time and then finally play in the playoffs. Then then we're gonna see there. Hopefully,
who's better, Brandon Ingram or Zion?
In the playoffs, Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram's just a bad player. Yeah.
He's all around better.
I think Zion's.
But when I said this 2-3 months ago, everyone was, oh man,
because Zion was balling at the time. That's why.
It's definitely recent.
When I said Brandon Ingram was the best player on the Pelicans 3 months ago, I don't watch basketball. I'm crazy.
That's because, like I said, Zion was going crazy at that time.
That's recency bias.
Recency bias.
No. I don't disagree. I'm just saying that's why people said that. Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't disagree that Ingram, but Ingram, I don't want to man. I don't know, man. Y'all gassing Ingram just a tad bit, bro.
He could be better.
I mean, we ain't saying he's like one of the top 10 players in the league. He's the best player on his team.
He's a good basketball player, man. He got a lot of offensive game, and he's not horrible on defense. He's solid, bro.
He's
but
not awesome this year, is he?
I think Zion still has a higher ceiling, but with all these injuries, man, it's hard to see it. It's hard to see it come to fruition. So we'll see. But I think Zion still has a higher ceiling.
Zion has a higher ceiling, but his body isn't built to.
That's true.
I don't think he's gonna reach that ceiling.
I don't think he's gonna reach that ceiling either. That's fair.
Got you.
He was a little taller than he probably would be. Like
we gonna move some other guys up here, bro. But appreciate you guys for spending the time, bro.
Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good one.
Somewhere to be tomorrow.
Wow, you're going. You live in Kansas City?
Yeah. It was crazy over here.
Congratulations. You're the best quarterback ever.
Fireworks going off. My dad asked, "Hey, can you pick me up downtown?" Because he works downtown. So I'm like, "Sure." Then I saw like live video of downtown. I'm like, "Yeah, you can wait." I'm not driving down there.
Hey, stop the Brady disrespect, though. Come on, man. Don't do that, man.
No, better than him.
Who?
Don't do the Brady. Mars, stop that Brady disrespect, bro.
It's not disrespect.
Hey, it's Brady, Montana, then Mahomes.
It's Mahomes, then
Mahomes is
Mahomes and Rodgers. Is Mahomes and Rodgers?
Talent-wise, Mahomes.
Jalen Hurts is top 3.
Jalen Hurts is top 3.
Y'all be easy.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, one of the best players I ever seen in my life.
I actually I don't doubt you.
Haven't seen him play.
He has a promising future. I would say that. We got Zay in the building.
Yo, what's good?
What's good, Malcolm? How you feeling, bro?
Very quiet.
I don't think he hears.
By the way, I keep hearing for the Eastern Conference wise to go to the NBA Finals. I always hear, Celtics, you got the Bucks, you got Philly. But I truly think that the Danny Green pickup I feel like it's underrated for the Cavs because I feel like the Cavs needed a player like Danny Green because I think Okoro and all them at the 3 I was not feeling it. But I've been saying if they picked up somebody at the 3 that can defend, shoot the ball when you need to, has IQ, I think they can make a playoff run. I don't see why they can't beat any team in the East. Like the
Cavs.
Cleveland, the Cavs. I don't see why they don't have a chance. Like I think they should be considered with the Milwaukee, Philly, Boston. Like I think they can beat any of those teams.
I think
they're better than
be a
Philly.
problem for them in the playoffs because like the only playmakers are Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. There's no one really that can make a play with the ball in their hands. I mean, Karis LeVert at times,
Evan Mobley's shown moments where he can make plays. Like he can be nice when he puts effort in.
We just have to see if we can rely on him in the playoffs yet, because the only one that's been proven in the playoffs is Donovan Mitchell. All the other guys are young too.
You got Philly. Philly, no one's proved they can do it.
I agree with you though. Cavs are a dark horse team. I do think they're like maybe 1 or 2 pieces away from being like a title contender. Getting that 3-and-D guy is one of those check marks that they need to do. But yeah, I think Cleveland's is a team that anybody's afraid to face. Yo, finals. I think you're echoing or something back there, bro.
And if you can get Ricky Rubio back,
yeah.
Then you also have another playmaker.
Yeah, echoing back there, but Finals MVP, bro. It's been a while since we see Finals MVP. That is so crazy. You cut your hair, bro? I can't believe you cut your hair.
Who's Finals MVP?
No, man.
He's Finals MVP. This guy right here.
I did cut it. I have braids. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't it. I had to get rid of it.
Hey, how dare you? How dare you cut that thing, bro? I actually enjoyed it. I'm not gonna hold you.
Hey, Doug, thanks for saying that 2021 run was a fluke, because I also think that Giannis and the Bucks are never going to get it done again. Like, they might go to the finals, but they'll never be able to win another ring. I just think they got lucky with all the injuries.
That ring.
You guys are haters, man. You guys just hate Giannis.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro.
Hey, bro, it's reality.
You guys just hate Giannis.
When that ring happened, I had little suspicions about it, but I never really like sounded it off. But now I'm just looking at it as time progresses. Like they really just got bailed out a little bit.
Because people forget Trae Young was hurt in the conference finals too. Trae Young got hurt.
KD was about to send Giannis' ass home. It's like the Lakers were hurt. The Clippers got hurt. All those teams were supposedly gonna beat them in the playoffs. And Giannis' career.
Hey, that's basketball.
Let's say hypothetically, let's say the Clippers or the Lakers got to the finals that year. They didn't go through any injuries. I said the Clippers too. Calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think they would have had the ability to? I think they have a super high chance of beating the Bucks.
If Kawhi doesn't go down, I think the Clippers win the title.
Okay, all right.
I don't, because I don't trust Paul George in that many playoff series to do good.
George went crazy. Playoffs.
Giannis is KD. If that KD shot was a 3-pointer, Giannis is being called a playoff folder. Just so we all know, just so we're all on the same page. Giannis was that shot away from being called a playoff choker.
100%.
2019, 2020, he would have lost to KD without Kyrie and James Harden on one leg. Then 2022, he would have lost against Boston. People would have just called him a playoff folder.
Yeah, bro, he was like a size 13, size 12 away from being.
Whether or not I agree with that narrative, neither here nor there. But that's what the narrative would have been. So.
He was a size 17 foot away from not being called the second best power forward of all time, not being better than Kawhi Leonard all time, not being the best player in the world. Like, Giannis's narrative changed dramatically because of that one moment right there. I hope everybody knows that.
And that's the winning bias that I hate, bro.
He might not have been the second, but he would have been the third.
That's just
Third what?
People have
best power forward. I'm still putting him above Karl Malone, whether he got a ring or not. The only person I can't put him over. The only person I can't. Because who else am I putting there? What, Cade? I mean, yeah, but I don't. When I'm ranking them, I don't put Tim Duncan in that power forward area. I put him in centers. So the other power forwards would be KG, Dirk, and then after that, you got to put Giannis.
Who's your top 5 power forwards of all time?
Probably KG, Dirk, or KG, Giannis, Dirk. 4, I got to put Karl Malone, and then 5, I'd probably put Charles Barkley.
Giannis over Dirk, though. I don't think Giannis has done it long enough. I think he will be eventually, but we just have to see it for longer.
I think Giannis's peak is arguably better than Dirk's, and I think it is better. That's an all-around player.
The longevity, Dirk.
By longevity, but I can't consider longevity for Giannis yet because his prime isn't done. He's probably halfway done with his prime.
Yeah, that's why I say you just have to give it a couple more years. If he keeps this up for about 3 to 5 more years, yeah, I think he gets that nod.
But I don't care about all that longevity because I got Pat Mahomes top 2, so longevity don't mean nothing to me.
Number one.
Top 2.
I love it.
I like number 1. I like number 1.
Y'all got
number 1 is just facts.
Manny?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Peyton Manning.
Yes, I got him over Peyton.
I got him over any Manning combined. All of them. Just put them all together.
I've already said Pat Mahomes top 5, but I'm not putting him top 2 yet.
After what I saw on Sunday,
he's easily better than Peyton Manning.
Yeah, he's easily better than Peyton
Manning. People forget about Peyton Manning. He's had a lot of playoff duds, a lot of times.
His defense gave him a ring, for free.
Sounds like Brady.
So he didn't lock in versus the Panthers?
Oh yeah.
I understand the defense played good, but he definitely did his due diligence and did his job. That Super Bowl versus Cam Newton.
Who?
Yeah, Peyton Manning get.
Peyton Manning?
You're lying, bro.
No. Peyton Manning got carried.
Yeah, Peyton Manning
got carried that whole season by that defense, bro. The whole year.
No idea what you guys are talking about right now.
Talking about Peyton, my bad.
Meanwhile, we can never say Patrick Mahomes got carried by his defense because his defense has never been elite.
The dude won 2 Super Bowls in his lifetime, and one of them he was brutally carried in. It's not even a joke. It's brutally he got carried.
So why is he over Aaron Rodgers?
Because he still got a ring without it. And he's just his on-field IQ and all that is just better.
I don't care about IQ, man. Aaron Rodgers is better.
Well, they're both just regular season demons, so that
Aaron Rodgers is better. That's what it is.
I don't think so. Yeah, but enough about football.
If Westbrook goes to the Clippers, right? Is he better than John Wall? Because I don't think so.
It's the same guy.
But I think John Wall, as of now, is arguably still a better defender. I don't know about playmaker, but defending wise, I think he's still better.
I think Russ probably brings, because he's better again to the rim than John Wall at this point.
Oh yeah.
So I guess that's because neither of them can shoot.
Yeah.
So it would solely just have to be that you think because Russ can get to the rim more. I guess that draws more attention, helps guys like Paul George.
I think John Wall's a better decision maker. So
he's less
when
reckless.
It comes down to clutch time or whatnot, you'd want John Wall on the court more than Westbrook.
Got you. AB with the super chat. Giannis is Charles Barkley with the ring. That's actually hilarious.
I don't see that.
No.
Nobody here agrees.
I don't get the comparison. Do you get the comparison? Because Charles Barkley was a cone on defense. I don't know.
Are we trying to say just by being a big physical body?
Charles Barkley wasn't even that. Height wise, Charles Barkley wasn't even big.
The way I'm interpreting it, right, is basically Charles Barkley. He had that run going up against the Michael Jordan Bulls to win a championship and didn't win, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way we talk about Charles Barkley is dramatically different, mainly because he didn't win a ring. But let's say if he did win a ring that year, he went to the finals. The way that we talk about Charles Barkley would be vastly different from the way we talk about him now. Giannis is cut from the same cloth as when he won a ring, so the way we value and talk about Giannis is on a different level than Charles Barkley, mainly because of that.
Yep, that's very.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. If that's what he means, based on winning a ring, I took it as play style. But if it's based on not winning a ring, yeah,
Charles Barkley said it himself. Those guys are in a different.
We hear you a little bit.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good. I hear you go.
Yeah, I hear you.
C-Town, you got a lot of noise in the background, bro. Fix that up for me, and then I'll take you off mute, bro.
Well, hello.
Good, bro. How you feeling?
Hey, man. How you doing, man?
Good.
Hey, how y'all doing? How's y'all day? You know what I'm saying?
Fantastic.
We're good, bro. Getting some basketball talks.
What if Chris Middleton?
What you say, Malcolm?
What if Chris Middleton went to the Heat?
I still wouldn't like that for us.
Stop talking about Middleton. That nigga is he's a.
Dub, why couldn't Bam guard Jokic?
Why couldn't Bam guard Jokic?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? When they played him?
Yeah, just yesterday. Why couldn't Bam guard Jokic?
Don't worry about it, bro.
No.
Why is that even a point? Why is that even a point?
Because I heard us talking about the Heat. I remembered I watched the Nuggets Heat game yesterday. I was watching Jokic dominate the game. I was just wondering why Bam couldn't guard him. I was also seeing some great footwork from Jokic as well, but
you're nasty. I was just
seeing some fantastic.
I never said he doesn't have footwork though, Mars. Like, why you keep doing this?
No, but I was seeing some pretty perfect footwork.
Oh my god, that's
he was looking like Messi out there.
He's going kind of crazy. I can't lie, but
Jokic killed us. Bam Adebayo, he's too small.
No, Aaron Gordon, no Jamal Murray.
He's too small. He's too small, bro. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Jokic though, offensively.
It was just interesting. I was just watching it. I was like, damn, this guy really can't hold Jokic. I was like,
he's too small, bro. He's just too small. It is what it is, man. In a playoff series, it'll be different, though. I promise you.
They were playing zone because Bam couldn't check him. Then he was just killing the zone. Like,
just saying, it will be different, bro.
In the playoffs?
Yeah.
Miami would never see Denver in the playoff series.
That same Bam that was getting dominated by Robert Williams?
Damn.
Dominated?
Damn. Hey, man.
He wasn't getting dominated by Robert Williams.
Yeah, dominated. Very strong.
Watching that series, it felt like Robert Williams knew every rebound.
What?
Dominating rebounding wise.
So wait, that's the only reason why he dominated.
But even then, there were times throughout that series though, like Robert Williams defensively just held Bam into like a passive mode.
Bam wasn't looking at the rim. Yeah, but Robert Williams wasn't doing much.
But yeah, but that's not because of Robert Williams. Bam's been known for being too passive a lot of times. Like there's a lot of times he just passes the ball only. He doesn't look at the rim. He doesn't look to drive.
Nah, Bam Adebayo, I would sit here and say that's mainly a mental lapse rather than Robert Williams just over here locking him up. Mainly because look at Game 6. Was it Game 6 or Game 7? Game 7, I believe. When Bam Adebayo was actually looking at the rim, when he actually took the initiative to, you know what, I gotta get to my spots. He was cooking Robert Williams.
I think that's Game 6. I think
it was Game 6.
Game 6.
Yeah. Okay.
I assume
he was cooking Robert Williams. So I'm like, it's not really saying that Robert Williams defended him on this different type of level that Bam couldn't, get anything off. No, Bam just looked like a shell of himself. The series before, even before we faced Boston, he was still looking like a shell of himself. So I'm not crediting that to Robert Williams guarding him.
Just to confirm, it was definitely not Game 6. It was Game 7.
It was Game 7, right?
Because Bam had a nice 6 points in Game 6. So.
See, Mars don't know ball. Don't get this shit twisted. He doesn't know ball, bro.
I knew there was a game where he was being aggressive. I just didn't know the game.
He did it. So. He don't know ball, bro.
I don't know ball. I apologize, guys.
But yeah, bro. I'm not crediting that to Robert Williams at all. And even Al Horford. I think Al Horford was out rebounding Robert Williams as well.
I'm crediting Jokic kicking Miami to Bam Adebayo. But carry on. I just had to say that.
That's so nasty. But yeah, Al Horford, I'm not going to lie. Al Horford played better than Robert Williams in that series.
Robert Williams was injured. The whole playoffs.
Hey, Al Horford still played better than him though. He talked about domination, Mars. He told me
I never
domination.
said I agreed with him. I
That's
never
my
said
fault.
I
That's my
agreed.
fault. That's my fault.
Yeah.
I never said I agreed. I'm just saying.
That's my fault.
Hey, wait, Dub. So, real quick, shout out to Luka. But for the bet, are y'all taking Jokic or are y'all taking Luka?
We'll take Luka. We're Luka guys up here.
Cool.
I'm a Luka guy.
I might got to take it in because since Kyrie's on the team now, I feel like Luka, his assist numbers and whatnot are going to go down just a little bit. I don't think they're going to go down like dramatically, but I've seen him being off the ball like a little more, giving the ball up more, like more hockey assists and whatnot. So like I don't feel like his numbers are going to be as high as they used to be.
That Minnesota game,
Even that last game, they lost by 3 points. Last shot of the game, or very last play of the game, they didn't even get a shot off. I saw Luka and Kyrie passing the ball back to each other like they didn't know who wanted to shoot that last shot, which I think takes time. I think a couple weeks in, you're going to see the Mavericks more settled, they're going to have better chemistry. They're going to know what to do in late game situations, who to give the ball to, like things of that nature.
That's early fourth quarter when they were down like
not that
15, 16 to me. That was kind of surprising, especially with both of them on the floor. But granted, like I think I didn't watch the full game, but I feel like Rudy Gobert had a decent game against that decisive for the Mavs. So it's gonna take time to process that team, but like I think that team's gonna be all right.
That'll be good. That'll be good.
Is Jason
Rudy Gobert got cooked by Jokic as well. But
Rudy Gobert is
Can we say this though? Jokic is probably the greatest. Wait, where do y'all have Jokic as all-time international player?
He's probably gonna be, but I think he's.
Third.
If he does this longer, he'll be over Dirk.
How long? Because to me, I might have him over Dirk next year.
Yeah. Well, fuck it. He's over Dirk. He's over Dirk.
I'm not doing that.
Jokic is over Dirk. Yes, Jokic is over Dirk.
Jesus, but
Jokic is only barely ahead of Manu Ginobili right now, so Dirk is a bit of a stretch. So
I don't think it's a bit of a stretch. You talk about rebounding with Joel Embiid. He's such a better.
Jokic is a better player, but the longevity is
talking about like just
skill wise for Manu. The dude's averaging a triple double, bro.
Jokic is a better player. You'll never catch me arguing Dirk is better than Jokic.
His peak is too crazy to not put him over what's his name, Dirk Nowitzki, bro. I'm sorry.
Has Jokic ever had a run like 2011?
Get the fuck out of here! You don't even believe that. You don't even believe that. You don't even believe that, boys. You don't believe that. No, you don't even believe that.
Has he? Yes
Nobody
or no,
has. Nobody has. LeBron has it.
Let's move on.
International.
Who's better, KG or Dirk, in your opinion?
Is KG international irrelevant? Doesn't matter.
Fuck out of here.
Doesn't matter.
Wait, are we saying Hakeem's international? Because because Hakeem's better than Jokic.
Hakeem's number one. That's why we weren't even debating number one. It's number two. That's why.
Oh, number.
I got Jokic. I got Jokic at 3.
You think Greek could be able to pass?
Oh my god, I forgot about Giannis. Jesus Christ, he's number 4.
Giannis is number. I ain't gonna lie, I have Jokic over Giannis. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know if I can do that all time. I can't do that.
Where does Luka come into that?
Luka's behind.
He's not there yet.
Luka's behind Embiid.
Well, yeah, Luka's behind Embiid for me.
Luka's behind Embiid.
Yeah,
Luka ahead of Embiid.
He's ahead of Embiid all time.
To me, yes.
I mean, if we're doing it by everything.
Yes.
Yeah, by the
Embiid's been second in MVP vote multiple times, where Luka has never been second.
We can't really.
And they both really haven't got far in the playoffs.
I mean, Embiid is playoff success, and even then, we always ask if Embiid is healthy. We know what he's capable of. So again, we just it's one of those things. It's one of those things, basically.
Out of here, if healthy, about Embiid, all these players. We got to take that into account when we're rating them. This is at this point. We got to take that into account.
I want to clarify something for Luka over Embiid all the time, right? Luka has 5 years of putting up 28 and 8 on good efficiency. 5 years of this.
It's not basketball, Dub.
It's no. 5 years of playing at his level. He is on one of the greatest start outs in postseason history in terms of an individual production base, like with MJ and LeBron James. Joel Embiid, he's only on 6 years.
So an extra year.
I'm rolling with Luka Doncic, bro, due to the postseason success and the regular season success. Come on, Mars.
I'm not arguing it. They're one spot behind each other. It's like right there. And then then you got guys like Pau Gasol and stuff. But
so who's the top 10 in the international players right now, right?
Hakeem, Dirk, Giannis, Jokic, Embiid, Luka. How many is that?
At 6. That's at 6.
Wait, did you put Manu in there?
Ginobili, Pau Gasol, Yao Ming. How many is that?
I'm at 9.
Oh, go ahead.
Does Canadian count?
Yeah, Steve Nash.
Steve Nash.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
What about Ewing? Because Ewing was from a country.
He played for Team USA, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay. But yeah, he's Jamaican.
Ewing could be, but I don't know. I don't include him. Like
I'm not disrespecting Ewing by not saying he played for Team USA. How can I? That's like putting Tim Duncan on the team. Like, come on, I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Drink more water. Drink more water with Super Chat. According to Dub, every great is a playoff choker until they win a ring. Giannis only has 2 bad playoff series. If he was ever considered the favorite, why do you not hold winning against him? I don't drink more water. I don't think you listen to me enough. I don't call people a playoff choker because they don't win a ring. I value CP3 at a very high level, and he's never won a ring. Yeah, all I'm saying when I was talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo, so I'm thinking that you think that Giannis Antetokounmpo is best in the world, or you're a Giannis fanboy. All I said was the narrative about Giannis Antetokounmpo would change dramatically if he did not win that ring. If he actually got sent home by Kevin Durant, the narratives about Giannis would change dramatically. Regardless of what I believe or not, it would have changed. That's just a fact. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, and also Buden's coaching style, it doesn't fit for the Bucks. So if they did lose that series, in my opinion, he would have been let go right there.
And I would have been on the other side of the fence defending Giannis and saying that he was playing at a high level. Go ahead, Mars.
It's been brought to my attention that Hakeem also played for Team USA, which I didn't know. So by that logic, Patrick Ewing is top 10. So I'm not well versed in international teams. So yes, Patrick Ewing is a top 10 international player of the time. I'm not disrespecting Patrick Ewing. So everyone in the chat who said I was, shut up.
Shut up. Did y'all see the clip of OG hooping? Baby Jordan. I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it, but I believe that he was good at basketball. Could he hold me? No, but I believe he was good at basketball. So
he's not holding me either. Finals MVP: Luka over Joker, Joker over Giannis. Also, let me back on. Is he back here? He's back in. I don't see him.
Maybe he wants the link.
Do you have it?
I'll try to get it to him. I'll try to get it to him.
Luka. So he got Luka number 1.
Yeah, Luka's not going over Jokic. I'm sorry, that's not happening.
I'm still standing on Luka not better than Curry. I don't care if he hurt or not.
I'm still on that train as well, but I don't know. The league is. I just don't like the idea because there's still people who think like Giannis is just clearly the best player in the world.
And I don't agree with it.
If you think Giannis is the best player in the world, I'm not going to argue. Like I don't think it's crazy to say that. I just don't like people. Like people act like it's 2010s LeBron. Like
I think like that top 5 is like very close. Like I feel like you could argue those top 5, fine, maybe top 4, but like top 5, yeah.
I agree.
What's good, bro?
You know how the gap between like Mars said the 2010 LeBron. LeBron was head and above the first player. And like the second player was all the way down here. That's how Mahomes is right now with the NFL. It's not close.
Mahomes, right?
Yeah, it's not close.
Yeah, that is
bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It may be even worse. Like it may be a bigger gap. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's literally it's like MJ. That's why I call him MJ Mahomes. It's literally like MJ in the 90s. You had Black Jesus and then everybody else.
Whoa,
Like, that's what
Scottie
Mahomes.
Pippen was right there. Scottie Pippen was right there.
Scottie Pippen was a disciple. He wasn't Jesus though.
Who led the Bulls in? Who had more rebounds in those playoff runs? Scottie Pippen.
So, like the disciples, they spread the word around, and those disciples were important.
More
and they
assists,
did the
more
dirt.
steals, more blocks.
They did the dirty work to spread the word. But guess what? Jesus is Jesus. And MJ, like, come on,
you
bro.
call him MJ Mahomes, and I call him King Mahomes because he like LeBron in the 2010s. That's the guy. He like
except he wins more than he loses.
Yeah, but MJ never lost. So we can't say Mahomes.
MJ lost. It was equivalent to him losing Scottie Pippen when he lost that offensive line. If MJ played against, let's say, the Lakers and lost to Magic Johnson because Scottie Pippen was getting hurt, I'm not gonna hold that against him.
Hey, injuries
there's no excuse.
You can't act like
I've heard on this channel that Steph Curry is over LeBron James because he beat him more times in the finals.
Oh, right.
So there's no injury excuse. There's no
injuries can't be an excuse because if that's the case, your Eagles shouldn't have made it to the Super Bowl in the first place. But that's a different topic.
Hey man, I'm not gonna lie. We did have an easy road, but hey,
y'all had a Mickey Mouse run.
But hey, bro, we almost won. We almost won.
It was a good game. I'll give y'all.
The 2017 run was better. I would say that.
That QB sneak y'all be doing where y'all be getting the O line to push about 5 yards ahead every 31.
Can we talk about basketball again? Can we talk about basketball again?
Yeah, Finals MVP. You said Luka over Jokic and Jokic over Giannis as well.
And Steph's over all of them, by the way. Steph's over all of them.
Facts.
Hey, who y'all think is the best duo in the Western?
Best duo in the Western Conference is Devin Booker and Kevin Durant.
Facts.
Either them or LeBron and AD.
LeBron and AD.
I forgot about them. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you mean?
Haven't seen LeBron play since he broke the record. I just forgot about him. That fraud.
You know what? Nah. Wait, no, because Jordan Poole's putting up superstar numbers. It's Steph and Jordan Poole.
Hey, I mean, I'm not mad
superstar,
at it, but I can't agree.
Mars, he's putting up superstar numbers.
I take Luka over. I think Luka's over Jokic probably because his playoffs. Just Jokic's playoff defense to me.
What's wrong with Jokic in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Finals, you lagging OD.
Yeah, I think we're losing.
I feel like it's hard to talk about Luka or Jokic in the playoffs because we've never really seen a fully healthy Nuggets team. We don't have that much of a sample size of Jokic having his team with him in the playoffs. So, and he doesn't do bad in the playoffs. It's not like he drops crazy. Like he does Jokic things. He just doesn't have a team.
I think people just use the playoff. I'm getting tired of hearing like the
his only numbers that drop is
cop out.
Playoffs for who? Luka?
Jokic.
Jokic. What I see from Jokic in this postseason run is going to determine how far I push this Jokic train. And I've said that already. This playoff run is going to determine a lot for me. If I see his playoff defense get exposed once more,
again,
that's gonna
hop on the train, Mars.
No, I've never doubted that his playoff defense is a concern. I also think the fact that he's gone against Damian Lillard and Steph Curry, and even you got guys like Devin Booker in back to back playoffs, kind of doesn't. It's like you go up against the worst possible matchup.
You're going against the best.
You're going to look worse than you are. So I do agree that the playoff defense is important, and I do think it's what's the word? I do think it's something that you can't just look past. But then I also look at his offensive game, and I'm looking at how he didn't have Jamal Murray in the last two postseason runs. MPJ was there in 2021, but he was a shell of himself, and he wasn't there last year. So I'm like, I can't really fully. For me, his offensive game doesn't fall off in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. What I've seen, the playmaking is still there. Like if you just watch those games, he's still making the same passes, still making the right reads. He just has incompetent people around him, and he still scores at an elite level, still rebounds at an elite level. The defense is the problem. So what I see in this playoff run is going to determine how high I start pushing this Jokic agenda.
Mars, let me ask you this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say if they do start winning and stuff, but Jamal Murray does what he did in the bubble, and he's clearly playing like the best player on that team, would your narrative change then?
I don't think Jamal Murray was clearly the best player on that team in the bubble, but
my god!
To address that, if Jamal Murray was playing as the best player on that team for a whole playoff run, I highly doubt that would be because Jokic isn't playing well. I think that would be because Jokic is making his life much easier. But I just can't see a world where that actually happens. So I'd have to see it before I can actually make it.
But he did it already. He did it.
He played better than him in the Jazz series. I'm fine. Against the Clippers, to me, Jokic was clearly the best player on that team. And against the Lakers, I don't know how I feel about that series. I have to rewatch it because I haven't rewatched that series in a while. But in the Clippers series, I think Jokic was clearly the best player on that team.
Hey Zay, don't you have those impact numbers for Jamal Murray?
Since when do you do impact numbers?
Ever since you started doing it.
If I start hearing dubs about offensive LeBron,
I'm just saying, bro. I think the numbers support Jamal Murray, bro.
No, I don't be taking notes. I'll find them when I need them.
But I think in that Clippers series, Jokic was clearly the best. I think in that Jazz series, Jamal Murray was the best, but Jamal Murray was just going crazy, some unsustainable stuff. And then the Lakers series, like I said, I'm gonna have to rewatch it if I want to make a full opinion.
It was probably Jamal Murray.
It might have been. I remember he made that crazy layup on LeBron. That's what I remember from that series.
But that's the only reason I need. We watch highlights, right? Just like you do on football.
Yeah, let me check the box scores. let me check the box scores.
I got a feeling these playoffs going to be all time. I agree. The playoffs is
if everyone's healthy, yes. If everyone's healthy, yes.
Yeah, I can guarantee there's going to be a few teams injured.
Dale, I seen you had smoke in the chat real quick. What you got to say, my guy?
Oh no, I was just saying. Wait, so who says Giannis not the best player in the league right now?
Jamal Murray averaged more points and more assists against the Lakers than Jokic.
No.
And the field goal percentage was basically the same. So Jamal Murray clearly is the better player.
He's better.
The box score is telling me.
And the layups. And the layup.
Yeah, you can carry on, the guy who was talking. Sorry.
So wait, Dub, you said Giannis is not the best player in the league, right?
He hasn't been ever.
So he never was the best player in the league, ever.
Never in my opinion.
And who in your opinion is the best player in the league then?
KD.
Luka. Okay.
Oh my. See, Luka, I'm cool with because Luka's my favorite player, but he's second behind Giannis just because it's two sides of the ball. Giannis been even if he's not the best offensive player or the best defender in the league, he's always been top 5 in my opinion at both. And that's why I say he's the best player in the league.
Giannis has never been a top 5.
I think in terms.
So him averaging 30 points doesn't make him a top 5 offensive player in the league.
If you're going off,
is in the top 5 offensive
I was
player
gonna say if you're going off of points, then
he's not.
Because I don't think Bradley Beal was a top 5 offensive player when he was averaging 30. So,
but I mean, offensive?
They might be a top 5 offensive player this year.
Wait,
Shea.
So offense, right? What's the whole point of offense is to score the ball, right?
He said, nah.
He's not a top 5 offensive player.
What's the point of
Someone has an echo.
Whoa.
Wait, so offense includes, but if offense, the main objective on offense is to score the ball, and Giannis does that effectively and very efficiently, and he's like top 3 almost every year these past couple of years in scoring average. How does that not make him a top 5 player?
The point of offense is to help your team score the ball.
Yeah,
whether or not you put the ball in the basket or not, that's not all offense is. You could average 50 points a game, but if your team scores 75, that doesn't mean you're a great offensive player.
Yeah.
What?
So
because
do you think
that just at that point I would hypothesize that you are just a black hole. That's what I would assume.
Bag talk.
Yeah,
so
wait. So do
you talking about bag talk right now?
Where's Will Chamberlain offensively? All time.
Not very high. Extremely overrated, and I've explained that many times why I think he's overrated.
But if offense has to do with scoring the ball, I mean, I understand that it's everything about offense, but majority of the point of offense is to score, and you don't do that at a.
The point of offense is to score. Is your team scoring? That's what offense is. Your team.
That's not. That's an individual. That's
how well do you help your team score? That's how you impact offense.
Giannis doesn't do that better than all but 5 people. I think Embiid is a better offensive player. I think Luka's a better offensive player. I think KD is a better offensive player. I think Jokic is a better offensive player.
And that's
I think Steph Curry's a better offensive player. That's 5 people who I think are better offensively.
Okay,
than Giannis. He's not top 5.
Joe, I don't agree with the Joel Embiid part.
But I think Damian Lillard is a better offensive player than Giannis. I think LeBron James is a better offensive player than Giannis. I still don't think he's top 5.
No, I'm not with that one, bro. I'm not. I can't.
Then if you can, tell me what. Okay, if your whole argument is points per game, we're never going to agree.
Yeah, just because I think that's way more important on offense than anything else.
So
I think your ability to pass is important. I think your ability to play make.
I mean, obviously,
I think your ability to play off the ball is important. I think your ability for your game to translate in the playoffs is important. I think how well your team's
ability to translate in the playoffs is important. So So did Giannis not win a championship 2 years ago?
Does winning a championship mean that you played?
You said his ability to translate in the playoffs is important, right?
That doesn't mean you translated offensively because you won a championship. That was a defensive team. They won because of their defense.
It was veteran NBA players doubting Giannis that he wasn't going to. His game didn't translate in the playoffs. How much did he average in that finals?
Once again, like I said, if your argument is points per game, that's fine.
I'm just wondering how much did he average in that finals?
I don't know, like 30, 34, 35.
How much did he average that season?
I don't know, 30.
That's what I'm saying. So if anything, it translated even better in the playoffs.
No, because his efficiency plummets in the playoffs. His playmaking gets much worse in the playoffs. He can't make free throws in the playoffs. Teams can still scheme against him in the playoffs, as we saw when Chris Middleton went down. His offensive game struggles. I'm not saying he's a bad offensive player. I'm saying he's not top 5. So if anyone wants to call me a hater, I'm saying he's a top 10 offensive player, just not top 5. That's what I'm saying.
Did he win the championship that year? Yes or no?
Yes, he won a championship.
So he did what he had to do to win.
Yeah, but that wasn't all on his. They
didn't win because of his. They didn't win because of his.
You make it seem like
they won because of their team's defense. They had one of the best playoff defenses.
Honestly, if you think about it, if you really think about it, how many assists does he average?
I don't know, 5, 6.
As a big man, I wonder where that ranks as like a big man in the league right now.
Not better than Jokic.
Well, obviously,
it's not above Jokic.
Jokic is one of the best playmakers of all time.
It would be
Jokic is an anomaly.
Sabonis and Draymond, I think it would be Giannis. I think
Jokic is an anomaly. You can't compare his numbers when it comes to like playmaking to Giannis's. So where does Giannis assist numbers rank as a big man?
I said after I think he's probably 4 or 5. I'd guess he's 4.
So with that being said, right, he's like top 3 in scoring basically these last couple of years. And arguably top 3. He's not even. It's not no argument when it comes to his defense if he's top 3. But with that being said, and he also got it done in the playoffs in the finals. So that means he's definitely at least top 2 in general in the world as a basketball player. In my opinion, he's number 1. Luka's right behind him.
None of this is correlating to what it says. Okay, so we were talking about him as an offensive player. I said I don't think he's a top 5 offensive player. And just so I'm understanding, we've gone from points per game in the regular season. Then I said I don't think his game translates as well in the playoffs as these other guys. And you said he won a championship.
And all his scoring numbers went up.
Scoring more when you play more minutes doesn't mean your offense got better or translated. His efficiency consistently goes down in the playoffs. When he plays against good defenses in the playoffs, he gets much worse. His playmaking gets much worse in the playoffs. And teams have consistently managed to scheme against him and make him worse offensively. I don't get you saying he scored more doesn't like that's
and he still won
because he's a great player. Oh my god. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm saying he's not top 5. You saying he won is irrelevant to what I'm talking about. He won because A, the Bucks are a great team, B, their defense was great, and C, because he's still a fantastic player. You're saying stuff that doesn't relate to what I'm saying.
Yeah, if I can ask you real quick, if you think he's a top 5 offensive player in the league, what makes him better other than just points per game? What makes him better of an offensive player than Jokic? What makes him a better offensive player than KD? What makes him better than Joel Embiid?
Well, I didn't wait first. No. Wait. First, you gotta slow down, bro, because I never said
either 5.
I never said he's a better offensive player than Kevin Durant, Joker, and what you said, Luka.
Luka, Steph,
Curry,
Embiid, LeBron.
And it's basically generalizing. I think he's between like 7 and 1 when it comes to his offense.
So you can understand that he's not top 5.
Yeah, he's not top 5.
No, wait, because let me think about it. So you got Luka, obviously, you got Joker, obviously, you got KD, obviously. Those are guys I will unquestionably, like, no argument. I think they're all offensively better than him.
That's right.
LeBron, I'm gonna be honest. LeBron's been playing good, but I don't know at his age he is right now if he's a better offensive player than Giannis. So I honestly, personally, I'm putting him over
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry's been injured. We haven't seen him that much this season. Even though what he's did, he has been really good. I'm not right now.
KD's been injured. KD's been injured.
So wait. So we got Jokic, Luka, KD.
How does KD qualify but Steph doesn't?
I'm gonna put Embiid over Giannis.
Okay, that's for how does Steph not qualify but KD
I'm not putting Steph or LeBron over Giannis.
How does
Giannis is 5.
What's the reason for not Steph other than injury? Why is Steph not better offensively?
I think this year, like I said, what is Giannis ranked right now in points per game? And he's top 5. He's at least top 5 as a big man in assists per game. So it's not like he's not.
Oh, okay. He's above average. I can't argue. It's points. He's above average. Okay, that's fine.
He's an above average assist guy for his position.
Yeah, that's fine. We can move on. We can move on. I'm not gonna argue if your argument is points and assists.
Yeah,
I'm just not. That's fine.
Is he talking about points and assists in the playoffs?
You said no. You're just talking about points and assists in general. Giannis is top 5 in points and he's top 5 in assists as a big.
And
the argument is the box score. I can't argue.
You said you never had Giannis as the best player in the world, right?
Never. Yeah, never.
Even when he won those 2 MVPs, I say the first one, I think James Harden personally was the best player. But the second one, you don't think he was the best player in the world?
No, the same way that we don't think that a lot of people don't think that Jokic was the best player in the world because he won back-to-back MVPs.
I'm not saying that, but even
I know you're not saying that. All I'm saying is the same way of thinking that he won back-to-back MVPs. I did not think he was the best player.
Even when he won DPOI that same year, it's only been how many players in NBA history to do that?
That was 20.
I mean, if we want to talk about playoff translation in 2020.
Yes, thank you. 20. What? This was 2020 and 2019 when he won the back-to-back MVPs.
Honestly,
right?
I give it to you.
2019 and 2019.
2020 was LeBron.
Wait, Doug. I give it to you. He's better than. I give it to you. Besides LeBron, who else is he not better than that?
In that time,
if he wasn't the best.
In 2019, yeah, that's all that I'm saying.
Okay,
he could have been top 5.
I give LeBron the exception. I give LeBron the exception because he did win the chip and Finals MVP that same year.
Kawhi Leonard was better than him in 2019 as well.
Who?
Kawhi.
Oh, no,
Kawhi Leonard was a better defender. He was a better scorer. He was a better playoff riser. That's just what it was. KD was better than Giannis as well. He was an above-average defender. He was a playoff riser. He was a high-volume scorer. He was a better scorer than Giannis.
Wait, so how you gonna tell me a guy that won? How you gonna tell me a guy that won final MVP and DPOI the same year is not the best defender in the league? Is not even better than 3 other guys in that same league? What was his performance in the playoffs? What was his performance in the playoffs that year?
I mean, we remember he folded against Miami, but if you think being a defensive player of the year means you're the best defender in the league. He was in the second rounds.
Oh, okay.
But if you think defensive player of the year makes you the best defender in the league,
I guess Marcus Smart got it.
I'm saying it has a lot to do with it. Because how many did he win? Did Giannis win 2 already, or
one?
Is he
he's
just
won one. He's won 1 defensive player of the year.
But we can't just not act like he's not a great defender.
No one said that. You said he was the best.
Yeah,
Once
no
again,
one said he
what we are arguing with you is your use of the word best, not great, not top 5. Your use of the word best is what's making everyone debate.
Giannis is the best player in the world, bro. Simple as that.
But
because of points, rebounds, assists, and defensive player of the year.
Yeah, you haven't given no reason why.
It's the box scoring accolades. You can't argue the box scoring accolades. This is what most people argue.
I explained multiple reasons why he's the best player in the world.
Your reasons were the amount of points he scored, points per game, which you can find
the main thing,
the amount of assists as a big man, the defensive player of the year,
his position.
Which you can find on Basketball Reference. He's a great playmaker. He's a great playmaker for his position. There's people who are just great playmakers. You don't have to do that for his position.
Another thing,
they're just better playmakers.
It's not even an argument. He's at least a top 3 defender in the league.
Facts.
Top
3, top 5. Facts.
How many? Another thing. So all those guys you have ahead of him, who are all better defenders than him?
None
Yes,
of them.
none of
them. No one I have above Giannis is better than him defensively. I also have Giannis. Maybe
if it's a guy, in my opinion, if it's a guy that I personally believe is the best defender in the league, besides maybe Kawhi, depending on how people feel, sometimes Kawhi can be, it's up and down between them two. But if he's arguably, unquestionably top 2 at least, and he's offensively at least top 5, and maybe some people have him top 7, top 10. In my opinion, at least put some top 3 as a player in general, because it's two sides of the basketball at the end of the day.
But nobody. So this. All right. So this
I still
all
have
started.
him number 1 because
I'm gonna have to go back to the water analogy.
This all started when you asked me best player in the world. We're not arguing of him being a top 3 or top 5 guy. Nobody disputed that. All that we're saying is, in my opinion at least, this was mine, I've never considered him the best in the world. Not one time in my life did I think that Giannis was the best player in the world. Top 2 or 1A, 1B? Yeah, I definitely thought that. But the undisputed best player in the world, I never said that about Giannis. To be honest, my lifetime.
But Doug, you saying KD, you was gonna say KD is the best player in the world. There's people that's never considered KD the best player in the world.
But that's people. A lot of people are lying because after that Brooklyn,
I've never considered KD the best player in the world.
That's you. But Max, I did clubhouses. I was on this show. There was tons of people that did consider Kevin Durant a better basketball player.
I think he was
the second best, right?
There was tons of people that consider Giannis the best player in the world.
Oh no, and that's fine. That's why I said.
I don't care about basketball
what you
players. You're gonna try to break it down.
But what you said that people never consider him the best in the world, and I'm saying that is not true because that very year there was a lot of people, which was the 1A, 1B. There were a lot of people that considered KD was the best player in the world after that. Giannis even said that KD was the best player in the world.
Giannis has called everyone the best player in the world.
Giannis has done that. But I'm just saying, don't act as if people never called KD the best in the world because that's not true.
Yeah, don't act like Giannis. People never call Giannis the best in the world.
Yes, they have. They have caught that, and I will admit to that. Yes, they have. They said that last season. That Giannis.
But Giannis has a.
I don't think it's crazy to say Giannis is the best. I just
Giannis has more case of being the best player in the world than KD ever had.
I agree because I think Giannis has been top 3 for the last 4 years. And I had him. Like, you guys remember, I had him number 1.
I would disagree with that. The only reason.
See, Doug, this is where you disagreeing that he's not top 3.
No. I said I disagree that Giannis has more of a case than Kevin Durant, mainly because KD has been, in a lot of people's eyes, the second best player for damn near a decade now.
Yeah, about almost
behind LeBron James. Yeah, behind LeBron James. And when he was on the Golden State Warriors, in my opinion, I think there was a lot of people that thought that he was the best player in the world then. But you had LeBron James there, so I understand that. Kevin Durant, if you want to include injuries as a knock on him, that's fine. But Kevin Durant, the post-Warriors run, it was always KD, a great scorer, an above-average defender, a good playmaker. It is what it is. KD definitely had a case to be the best player in the world anytime when he was playing on the Brooklyn Nets.
No.
I mean, a lot of people said he was the best player in the world in 2021.
Yeah, that year.
A lot of people also said he was the best player in the world in 2017 after the finals. So
yeah, so it's like he definitely had a good case.
2020 was the bubble, right? Or was it 2019?
2020 was the bubble.
2020 was the bubble.
Because see, I was in 2020 even. I was hearing a lot of AD after the Lakers won was better than.
People saying when AD's better than Giannis because Giannis folded and AD went crazy.
People had
AD's a better defender than him, like you like to say, and AD is a better defender than Giannis, but we're not doing it.
No.
What you mean no?
AD should have won that Defensive Player of the Year, but it doesn't matter.
No, we're not gonna do. Now,
Why?
AD is supposed to.
How is Giannis a better defender than AD, especially 2020?
So what was Giannis's
Hey, Dale. Before you continue, I'm gonna get some other guys on here, but Dale, you stay because you came in later. Everybody else, though, appreciate y'all for pulling up. All right.
Wait. All right, cool. Who y'all say the best duos in the league is?
LeBron, AD, KD, Devin Booker, Embiid, James Harden, Luka and Kyrie.
I don't hear Kyrie and Luka name yet.
I just said Luka and Kyrie just now. I can't think of anyone else unless I'm forgetting someone. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
So
that would be it.
LeBron and AD. I can live with that one. You say Kyrie. I mean, you say KD and Booker.
Mm-hmm.
I think honestly, being real, I think Kyrie and Luka take the cake as the second best duo in the league behind LeBron and AD. Why? Is because first Booker, I don't think Booker's better than Kyrie, to be honest. And I think Luka and KD are they're on the basically on the same level as their caliber as a player. And I just think Kyrie's a little bit better than Booker. That's it. So that's my main reason why I think.
What makes you say that Devin Booker is not better than Kyrie?
He first of all, first of all, he folded to Luka in the playoffs already.
Kyrie folded.
No, wait. Kyrie, wait. Don't forget about 20. Before you say anything about Kyrie, don't forget about
Kyrie folds a lot as well. He folded against the Boston.
Don't forget about 2016 and don't forget about 2016 before you mention Kyrie in the
folded
playoffs.
against the Bucks.
7 years. We're not going back.
Don't. I'm just saying.
But that was.
Don't forget about Kyrie in 2016.
We're not going back 7 years to prove that Kyrie performs in the playoffs. We're not doing that.
Kyrie Irving just folded against the Boston Celtics literally last year.
Don't forget about Kyrie. Also, when he was with the Boston Celtics, he was one of the best players in the league at that time.
He folded against Milwaukee in 2019.
Kyrie has
He folded.
Kyrie has way too much just off of Kyrie's sheer experience in the playoffs.
Devin Booker, with his minimum experience, has gone further, having a larger role than Kyrie carried on.
Kyrie how old was Kyrie when he won that championship?
How far has Kyrie gone?
Wait.
How far has Kyrie Irving gone when he's been the leader?
He was 23.
He was 23 when he won that chip?
Yes.
How
far has Kyrie gone when he was leading the team?
Now, Mars, how old was Booker when he won a chip?
Oh, wow.
He hasn't won.
Booker didn't win.
Okay. 25. I think he was at 25.
You're done with that,
yeah,
bro.
he was 20. He was 25 when he made it to the finals.
You're done with that. So that's already out there.
You do a good job of saying stuff that is irrelevant. Like
you do realize.
So how are you going to convince me that
means nothing?
Like that means absolutely zero.
So you telling me, right, that Devin Booker is better than Kyrie? In the playoffs.
What does Devin Booker do?
No, he asked you why Kyrie's better than Devin Booker, and you said in 2016 he showed that he was good in the playoffs.
You're saying one of the most skilled point guards.
Go ahead, the casual. Go ahead.
Let me preface my comments by saying this. I believe that Devin Booker is better than Kyrie, but I have no problem with anybody that feels like Kyrie is a better player because I feel like they're in the same. I feel like they're in the same tier.
What do Devin Booker? What is he good at?
I believe that. I believe that
shit in the playoffs and got folded.
He's good at scoring.
I believe that.
What is Devin Booker? What is Devin Booker good at?
I believe that the scoring level between Kyrie and Devin Booker are on the same level. But I think defensively, I think Devin Booker offers more, being a larger size, a larger player. I believe he's a more willing passer.
Okay.
So that's why I have Devin Booker over Kyrie, but I have no problem
you say
because like Kyrie's better.
So in your opinion, they're neck to neck on offense. I think that is the most craziest thing I've heard so far is that one of the most skilled offensive players we've ever seen in NBA history, besides like Kobe Bryant.
Now we're vouching for skill, but you were just vouching for Giannis 5 minutes ago.
So you're saying
what's going on?
So you're saying
I'm confused.
A point guard. This is one of the most skilled point guards.
This is really what was irritating me while I was sitting in the back room because I was sitting here and I was listening to him, and I have no problem with your conclusion, but your reasonings are by far the dumbest things I've heard. like I can't remember, bro.
But you talking about one of the most skilled point guards? You're saying is a less, like you saying that neck to neck, he's by far a better offensive player than him. He's more clutch than him too.
But by what logic? What does he do that is far superior than Devin Booker offensively?
He's way more clutch than him. He's honestly
more clutch.
And Mars, did Devin Booker ever had like a 50, 40, 90 season?
Damn chair. How is Kyrie more clutch than Devin Booker?
I don't think so. No.
Did Devin Booker have a 54? I don't think so either. I think what year was it when Kyrie did 50, 40, 90? How many players did that?
That was the year that KD served his first contract with the Brooklyn Nets.
It was 2021.
Yeah, I don't think Devin Booker's had that. Did
You don't
Devin
think
Booker
Kyrie
have
more clutch than Devin Booker?
Kyrie is way more clutch.
I feel like when you're justifying Kyrie being more clutch, you're immediately going to go to 2016.
Not even just 2016. He has multiple.
Give me another time that Kyrie Irving has been.
Can you give us a time in the last half decade? That would help.
Okay, so
that would.
I mean, he hasn't had what, like, being honest, like, if you just bring it up, like he hits buzzer beaters all the time. What are we talking about?
Wow.
He's the wait.
Devin Booker had a hold on.
Wait, Mars, is he not the Mars? Is Kyrie not the number one scorer in the fourth quarter right now? And I think he held that record a couple years ago too. Is he not the number one?
It might be De'Aaron Fox, but he's 1 or 2. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't just know that.
Far off.
No, come on, man. Devin Booker's not even close offensively, bro.
Kyrie just scored 26 points in the fourth quarter last night.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
You would have a okay. It's not saying that Kyrie's not like. It's not like I'm just.
I think honestly, Kyrie's like
Devin Booker just far superior than Kyrie Irving. I feel like Devin Booker is more of a willing passer, and I think defensively he's more capable than Kyrie Irving. That's why I have Devin Booker over Kyrie. But I'm not mad at you if you take Kyrie over Devin Booker. But his logic is idiotic, and y'all need to hold him to that.
No,
I think Kyrie is better than Devin Booker.
And what are you talking about?
Yeah, I just don't like what I'm hearing right now. That's what.
And that's fine.
Okay, but Mars, you agree that he's better though. You ain't got
to. See, this is the thing. I can agree with someone.
But
Mars.
Okay,
I can agree with the opinion and disagree with how you reach the conclusion.
Mars, can I ask you these?
Not when it's like this.
No, wait, Mars.
Yes.
Does Kyrie have more success than Devin Booker in the playoffs? Yes or no?
Oh my God.
Yes, he has a championship.
Okay, is Kyrie more clutch than Devin Booker in the playoffs?
He played with LeBron.
Sure, he's more clutch.
Okay, is both of them really? Do they defense actually really impact their team that much? What I mean by that is it good enough to where it makes a difference? No, not really. So it's not like you make it seem like Devin Booker's defense is like okay on the level where like Giannis compared to Luka. No, it's not that. It's like they're neck to neck on defense, and I think Kyrie's a way superior offensive player than him. Not even close.
Way superior based off of what, bro?
I think generally, I just think he's more capable, and I think he did more.
He a better shooter. He's better. He's a better ball.
You think Kyrie's a better shooter than Devin Booker?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Not even close.
Is it like a sizable gap?
Okay, no. That one I give you. It's not that. That one I give you. That's closer to.
And that's fine to think that Kyrie 50-40-90, I think 2 seasons or just one?
Okay.
One or the other, but he's 50-40-90. So he's definitely, he definitely has that shooting capability. So I have no problem with that.
I think he's a better passer and playmaker too.
I think so too.
I disagree. I think Devin Booker.
If you actually watch,
I think he's more.
You really no, bro.
He has the talent. He has the talent of being a better passer, but I don't think he's capable of.
No, and that's why that duo is better because Luka can be the playmaker, Kyrie can be the scorer, so that works better too.
Well, in the situation he's in now, in the situation he is now, but when he was in Brooklyn and James Harden left, you saw that the playmaking.
The real question is just who averages more assists.
But they were still fine in playmaking.
Yeah, who averages more assists?
I don't know. With the Giannis argument about him being top 5, I think just his dominance alone catapulted him to a top 5. Just his dominance.
Kyrie Irving this season is averaging 5.4 assists.
Now I give you that Kyrie's not a good playmaker.
Whereas Devin
Booker, offensive skill.
But I'm telling you, off of just pure. If we just went off of
so it's not.
Devin Booker's 5.5. He's better. He's a better playmaker.
It's not.
Don't blame me. Blame the numbers.
I see you trying to be funny, Mars. I see what you're trying to do, man.
I would like to comment on this whole Kyrie John.
Go ahead, I don't know where you was quiet. Listen, you just been quiet.
I don't know. I don't even know where y'all going. Playmaking wise, do you guys think that Kyrie's a better playmaker? Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think he's more. I think he's a more talented.
He's a smarter playmaker.
But I think Devin Booker is more willing.
You can look at Kyrie play basketball and just tell. You can look at Kyrie play basketball and understand. You can just look at him play basketball and actually understand he has a way higher IQ than Devin Booker when it comes to.
I think the only argument Booker got over Kyrie
It's his.
Wait, say that again. I'll say that again. I didn't hear you, bro.
I think the only argument Booker got over Kyrie is the fact that he's just taller and bigger. That's it.
I'll give you the defense argument a little bit. That's it.
Who's the better scorer between the two? Who's the better scorer between
Kyrie?
So Devin, so what's the argument here? Are y'all saying Kyrie's better or Devin Booker?
Well, okay.
I'm saying Kyrie's better. I'm
saying Kyrie's better.
Listening to these two reasoning to the two guys next to me reasoning, they're saying that Kyrie's better because they think defensively Devin Booker is a slightly better defender, but not by much. But Kyrie offensively is just a little enough better.
Just enough better, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
the guy
analogy.
above me is just making it seem like Kyrie is like Kobe 2.0. Excuse my language. And it's irritating me, bro. Like, come on, man.
I'm not gonna lie, casual.
Bro.
I feel you, but nah, Kyrie. What? Oh my God! What the games I see him watch, especially that game against the Clippers, bro.
It's not.
No, don't get me wrong. Since he's been playing for Dallas,
I haven't seen a guy operate on this level. It's crazy.
I'm telling you,
he ain't doing nothing too crazy. He's amazing. He's amazing right now.
Kyrie's
he's
Did you see the Kawhi defending with the hand on the ball? Did you see that,
bro?
Hell, did you see the spin move he did on Sabonis the other night?
I was just watching him last night.
That's not normal.
I'm telling you,
he gave Mike Conley a filthy spin.
But did you also see what Devin Booker did?
I was just watching Kyrie last night.
Out the game with that left.
I'm watching this dude.
Okay, yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, Devin Booker.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm saying offensively, Kyrie's great. I think Devin Booker's not that
Kyrie's
far
all-time
if
great.
You want to say Kyrie's better?
Not
that's
that
fine.
far out.
But I think the gap is defensively.
The only thing that holds
point,
Kyrie back is like
because Devin Booker's taller. I think defensively he's more capable than Kyrie Irving. And I've seen
the bar's not that far off. I would agree. The bar's not far off at all.
Yeah,
if you want to say Kyrie's better, that's perfectly fine. But I don't think it's as big of a gap as this.
No, it ain't that big of a gap. No,
I think the reason I have KD and Devin Booker as a duo is because I just think they're a better fit than Luka and Kyrie. That's why I think they're a better duo.
Absolutely.
It's not because I think Devin Booker's a better player than Kyrie.
I can't argue that because that's off just team play. I just look at head-to-head matchups. And I just think about
why you think Kevin Durant better than Giannis?
I'm glad you.
I agree with this question because I don't agree with this.
Nah, it's cool. Mainly because before we go, were KD and LeBron chokers before they won a ring? No.
You could definitely say LeBron prior to 2012 was considered a choker. You could definitely say that.
Oh, prior to 2012, yeah. My bad. I forgot about that.
Is it based off the 2011 finals only, or
based on 2011, 2010 against Boston? He didn't show up really in that series. I'm not blaming him for 2009 like people tried to. I'm not blaming him for that. 2008, I think.
2007.
Yes, he played poorly. He played terribly.
I think he just
at least you're consistent. At least
LeBron was a choker. No, Mars.
Yeah, the narrative was LeBron was a choker before 2012.
That is no, that's true. I forgot about
that.
that.
KD was not a choker. I'm sorry, he wasn't.
Thank you, Morris, for correcting me. That's
offensively, I think KD is not was never a choker, but I do believe defensively he did have some lapses.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
That cost him the game.
The reason why KD has been a better player for me in my eyes is mainly because KD, I think he's just undeniably a better scorer than him. I think the passing that Giannis has kind of gets overblown mainly because he just does it more than Kevin Durant. But I think the passing and playmaking between the two is one and the same. I think KD, along with his scoring ability, according to Mars's definition, is just a better playmaker in my eyes. And then the defense, Giannis is a better defender. Yes. Then the defense, Giannis you could label him as a better defender, but I do think that Kevin Durant's defense does get underrated. I think he's very impactful defensively, and the Brooklyn Nets does showcase that. Every time when the Brooklyn Nets lost Kevin Durant, the defense plummeted this season and the season before. He's above average rim protector. He's not that bad on the ball as well. And I just think that the defense does get underrated with Kevin Durant, along with him being a better offensive player. That's why he's just better than Giannis.
Who would you have?
No problem. I have no problem if you say this year, last year. I disagree. I think he was a bad defender for sure.
No, last year, that got overblown mainly because he came back to a terrible scenario when James Harden left.
That's fair, but even when James Harden before
they were a good defense. They were a good defense. They were a good defense before James Harden left, and then they went damn near the worst in the league when Kevin Durant got hurt.
And they were the worst in the league early on in the season as well.
They
It was
weren't.
a stretch that they were a great defense.
So if KD don't get it done with Phoenix, if KD don't get it done with Phoenix, where y'all think he is all time?
I want to hear Mars. He doesn't really move down for me all time. He'll probably be in the same spot. But Mars, what do you have to say?
Okay, so obviously I disagree. But are you saying that? Okay, just so I'm understanding, are you saying KD is better because the defensive gap Giannis has doesn't make up for the offensive gap KD has? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
So do it matter? Do other things matter, like leadership and top, that stuff don't matter?
Go ahead.
For leadership with KD?
Compare it to Giannis leadership versus KD leadership.
I think that kind of get overblown as well. Like Giannis, I love Giannis and everything, and I think Giannis is like a good guy to be around, but I don't look at Giannis as like this demanding leader, right? I think he's a very mellow and cool guy, but he's not like.
I saw him demanding against the Hawks. I remember Trae Young made a free where he shimmied before he shot the free. Giannis was pissed in the timeout. I saw him shine that guys.
But right there, that's when y'all give Dub. That's when y'all give Dub a cop out because y'all go to stuff that's like opinionated. Whether you think he's a leader or not, that's an opinion.
That's not an opinion.
You give Dub that, and
how
Dub
do you prove that? How do you prove that Giannis is a better leader?
But KD, yeah, it's hard because KD the same thing that KD gets criticized for of holding his guys accountable. KD is the same guy that was holding James Harden accountable for what he was doing, but then people don't talk about it.
He held him accountable all the way.
Let him prove Giannis' leadership. I actually want to hear this. So
Giannis a better leader because he carried a Milwaukee team or a Milwaukee franchise that was at the bottom when he got there, right? And he led that team to a championship, which Kevin Durant has never been able to do unless he played on a team who had a leader over there already. Kevin Durant has already said out his own mouth he don't want to be a leader. He don't care about that.
Kevin Durant a hooper, man.
Giannis will tell you out his mouth he's the leader of that team.
Go ahead,
what was OKC before KD got there?
No, but guess what?
What about?
Guess what? He was. No, guess what? He didn't lead them to a championship.
To the finals?
He didn't lead them to a championship.
But to the finals, though.
Huh?
He led them to the finals. He didn't play like the Indiana Pacers. Like, say the Heat, someone got hurt and they played the Pacers.
He got a trophy for that? He got a trophy for leading them to the finals?
Okay, but he still led them there, though. That's the thing. You're talking about leadership.
I mean, he led them as his pure ability, yeah. But how do we know if it was a guy on that bench keeping them all? Because they was young, bro. You can't make it. They wasn't like he was no vet at that point. They were young. Yeah, he probably had. It was probably who was all on that team at the time. I think Russell Westbrook is more of a vocal leader than Kevin Durant. To be honest,
vocal, sure. Vocal, yeah, sure.
That's what I mean. So yeah, what are we talking about when it comes to leadership? Because how it sounds
Scott Brooks.
Is it vocal leader?
Scott Brooks. Another thing, Giannis, you can tell by Giannis.
You're funny.
Scott Brooks was the leader. He was the old guy, but Mars
definitely not the leader.
I'm just saying. But Mars, I want to hear what Mars got to say.
Based off of what logic? What logic, bro?
He was a coach and the oldest guy there.
Because is it?
Okay, so the Greg Popovich is
in Golden State.
He's the lone leader of the Spurs for that entire run that they did from 1999.
Yeah, because Greg Popovich will sit here. You ever seen The Walking Dead? And you ever seen when Negan said, "I'm gonna put my thing down your throat and you're gonna thank me for it"? To Rick Grimes, remember that?
Yeah.
If you know Walking Dead, you know which reference.
Yeah, I never watched Walking Dead.
That's what Greg Popovich would do to Tim Duncan every single time, and Tim Duncan would say thank you for it. So he would take all the criticism, scrutiny from Greg Popovich. So yeah, Greg was the leader. Go ahead, Mars.
How does winning a championship prove you're a leader?
Thank you.
No, he led the team to a championship.
How does being the best player mean you're a leader?
Because he's a leader. He's the leader of the team.
I don't understand.
So being the best player means you okay. So
no.
Of the 2021 Phoenix Suns, who led the 2021 Phoenix Suns?
Chris Paul.
So the next year, did Devin Booker become the leader because he was better than Chris Paul, or was it still Chris Paul?
It was still Chris Paul.
Okay, so how do we know Giannis was the leader of the Bucks?
Because he will tell you he's the leader of the team.
When PJ Tucker on that team?
And everybody else on the team.
Then couldn't I say they had no Drew Holiday?
Tell you that.
Couldn't I say they had no Drew Holiday and they were folding in the playoffs? They get Drew Holiday, all of a sudden they're in the finals and win. Couldn't I just say Drew Holiday was the difference and that Drew Holiday is the leader? Couldn't I say that?
They folded in the playoffs before they got Drew Holiday.
They folded in the playoffs 2 times.
They folded in 2019, no Drew Holiday. They folded in 2020, no Drew Holiday. They win a championship when Drew Holiday joins the team. Couldn't I just say Drew Holiday led the team?
Okay, no.
Better yet, no, I got a better argument. When the Boston Celtics went to the NBA Finals, when the Boston Celtics went to the NBA Finals last year, the only difference in that roster was Derek White. So is Derek White the leader of the Boston Celtics?
So Giannis led a team with Eric Bledsoe as his third best player to the finals and was expected to beat Toronto.
No one said anything about expectations. We're saying I just don't get.
They expect him. They expect.
No, I'm saying because he won. I don't get how him winning. I don't get how you're saying he's the leader. If Chris Paul is the leader of the Suns when he's not the best player, how is Giannis the leader of the Bucks because he's the best player? That doesn't make sense. What is he doing that's making you say he's the leader? That's what I'm asking you.
He's winning championship, Mars.
But how does that make you a leader? That doesn't make sense. What's Giannis doing that's showing you leadership? That's what I'm asking you. Not him being the best player on the team that won. That's not leadership.
He's crying.
That's just being the best player.
He's crying in a chair, holding his Finals MVP. That's what he's doing, man.
That doesn't make because people would say Draymond Green is the leader of the Warriors, but then other people would say it's Steph Curry. Like who's the leader? I'm asking. Like you're just saying because they won the best player. Leader.
It's 2 different things. It's either like because it's enforcer. You got a guy that's going to make sure all the role players are straight. I think that's Draymond, the guy that's keeping the role players in check, making sure everybody on the teams is in check, staying on point when it comes to the playoffs, making sure everybody's on point with their practice and everything. It's a guy for that, and then you got a guy on the court that's basically besides the coach making all the decisions. Like, okay, we got this. Is what we're gonna do? Do this and do that. I feel like personally, I don't think the Joker is a vocal leader off the court. I don't think he's an off the court leader. That I don't know him personally, but I get a feeling that he might just be a chill, laid back dude off the court. But on the court, I think he's the leader of that team. Like,
can I ask y'all this? Can I ask the panel this real quick? Who is a better leader, Jason Kidd or Kawhi Leonard?
Jason Kidd.
Why?
Because he understands. I feel like it also has to do a lot with.
But Jason Kidd never won in his prime.
But that's not my argument. Yes.
I want to ask.
I never said that.
Not you.
Kawhi went to a Toronto team that couldn't win. He got there and they won.
He was the leader of that team. Kawhi was probably the leader of that Toronto team, but I still, in general, think Jason Kidd is an overall better leader.
I don't think Kawhi.
This is why I don't argue leadership. This is nonsense to me. I'm confused.
I'm kind of confused too.
Some players lead by example, but then KD leads by example. He's not a leader. Now you have to be a vocal leader. That's
KD don't lead by example.
How does KD not lead by example? He's always in the gym. He's always working out. On the court, he's there. He's the epitome of just playing basketball. How is that not leading by example? Because when Kobe Bryant was the first in the gym and the last to leave, and he didn't say anything to anyone, that's leading by example. KD does the same thing, and he's not vocal. It doesn't make sense. Who determines what leadership is?
And KD has.
This is what doesn't make sense.
I want people to clarify. KD does curse people out. He does do that.
I remember there was a play this season on the Nets. I think someone committed a foul. He was there talking to him, telling him how to not foul, how to stay out of that situation. But when KD does that. So it doesn't make sense. I'm confused.
So then let me ask you this question, Mars and Dub. What do y'all think is the best way for you to interpret if someone is a leader or not?
I think it's fine. I think my whole thing is, right, I'm fine of us understanding and recognizing if a guy is a leader or not. But when we get into the talks of this guy's a better leader than this guy, so he's a better player, I'm not doing that. I don't like doing that. That's just something that
I appreciate.
It's extremely hard to decipher, bro. And I do think leadership is important, but to sit here and just harp on just because this guy's a better leader than this guy, so he's a better player, it doesn't make sense when they both have proven to be leaders in my eyes.
I just don't debate leadership because
I
don't get how you. It doesn't make sense how you prove leadership.
Who was a better leader between KD and Giannis? I'm like, I scoff at that because it's like that's opinionated. Like so, obviously you appreciate KD for the qualities that make him the best player on his team.
So for example,
you're going to look at him as the better leader.
For example, like Jimmy Butler, right? Jimmy Butler, and Paul George. Jimmy Butler and Paul George.
No, listen, I'm telling y'all, Kevin Durant has said he don't want to be a leader.
That don't just because you say doesn't mean you're not. Like I don't want to be an older brother, but I got a little sister.
Kevin Durant said all he want to do is go out there and hoop. So if somebody telling me they don't want to be a leader, all they want to do is hoop, I'm gonna assume you're not a leader, right?
But what's that got to do with your argument of you said the Bucks were nothing before Giannis got there, and they won a championship and he led them there. That is irrelevant to KD. I'm asking you, how do you know Giannis led those Bucks? That's what
I'm saying Giannis has done something KD has yet to do.
But how? Yeah, that's fine. Giannis has done something KD has never done. How does that prove leadership? Whether or not it proves Giannis did something KD hasn't, that's fine. I just don't get how that equates to leadership.
To win a championship, it takes leadership. You're not going.
But how do you know Giannis is the leader? How do I know it's not PJ Tucker? How do I know it's not Chris Middleton?
You can look at the team. You can tell the team got great chemistry.
Let me ask you, who's a better leader, Jimmy Butler or Kawhi Leonard?
Jimmy Butler.
A better leader?
Jimmy Butler to me.
Seems like the louder player just seems to be
switch the topic. No, it's not.
No, Mars. No. I would say
the louder player just gets called the better leader.
No, I don't think you being a leader is based off of your.
It ain't just being loud. No, it ain't just being loud.
That's what I think. We should just change the topic because I think honestly we don't play with these guys personally. So at the end of the day, we really can't know who's that guy. All we can do is just.
Mars, who do you got over Giannis? You said he's not the best player. Who you got over?
I think he can be the best player. Like for me, the top three is Jokic, Giannis, and Steph, and it can be in any order. Some days, most of the time, I'm going with Jokic at this point.
No Luka.
I have Luka over Steph right now, but I'm not mad at Steph being there.
That's fine. So for the most part, right now, I have Jokic, Steph, Giannis, but. Some days I feel like saying Jokic, Giannis, Steph. Some days I might feel like saying Giannis, Steph, Jokic. It depends on how I feel, but I think they're the top three. And I think they're interchangeable.
So, like, when has Steph entered the conversation of being either the second or third best player?
Since he won his 2015.
2015.
No. I'm talking about so far this season because I remember you were in Discord. And
at the beginning of the season,
you were talking about how it's between Jokic, Giannis, and Luka and stuff. Like those four are a bunch of stuff. So where exactly did Steph cut ties from Luka? That's more or less my question.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember saying that, but if I did say that, I think I just changed my mind, to be honest. The same reason I had Giannis as the best player in the world a couple months ago.
Which you're entitled to. You're entitled to. It's been a long season.
I had what changed my mind in regards to Steph and Luka, or what changed my mind in regards?
Yeah.
I believe I fell victim to winning bias. And I think I gave Giannis a lot more credit for 2021. And I looked at
rightfully so.
No, that's not right.
I think I looked past what I knew Giannis was, which is an extremely flawed offensive player, and I looked past that because he won. And then in 2022, Steph went through the slump, which we remember. So while the slump was going on, Giannis had just come off a championship. Giannis was still hooping in the regular season. I at that point had fallen victim to the fact that Steph was looking poor in the regular season and Giannis was still great. He just won a championship and I thought he was the best player in the world. And then I've gone back in hindsight. Giannis to me hadn't really changed his game. He still looked like the same guy he did in 2021, where I thought Steph was the best player in the world. And I don't think Steph has declined. I think he went through a slump, which changed my perception. And I've gone back and I've revisited that. And I think Steph was always better than Giannis.
So you weren't impressed with Giannis last year against the Celtics?
It's not that I wasn't impressed. I still think he was the best player on the court in the series. Like, these players are so great. It's not like I'm not impressed. I just think
talent's crazy.
It's all splitting hairs. Like if I say I don't think Giannis is top two, that's not because I think he's mid or he's not that good. It's because I think the top. This is the thing. We've been so accustomed to the best player in the world being a foregone conclusion with LeBron that when we say someone else is second or third, we think that we're saying there's a big gap. These guys could all literally be 10, 9.9, 9.9, 9.98. Like, that's how close it can be. But the thing with me with Giannis is I think his offensive game gets overstated because of the points he averages and the assist don't really move me. I don't know.
Now that you say
the
that,
points he averages, I think that's what makes people think he's a better offensive player than I think he is. That's what it is.
So do you think? So do you think that Steph? So are you?
I got some super chats to get off.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Gideon with one. Tatum and Brown are the best duo easily. Another super chat from Drink More Water. Nick Collison was the leader in OKC. Giannis in Game 2 of the Finals was yelling at his teammates during the timeout. Giannis' leadership is there. No drama, leaks, and no conflicts.
It was Derek Fisher. It was Derek Fisher.
Facts.
It was Derek Fisher.
It was Derek Fisher.
It was Derek Fisher.
The whole point is, it's like the fact that people just ignore the fact that KD. The issue is whatever narrative you feel about a guy is the narrative that you're going to choose to promote. So when KD does shows the moments where he's holding people accountable, when KD does shows the moments where he are getting at guys for yelling. I remember the first year he was yelling at Taurean Prince when he got on Brooklyn because he didn't give him the ball late in the fourth quarter. He still dribbled out the clock. That's happened. KD has done this numerous times. Kyrie Irving has even said that KD is the leader of the team. Everybody knows this, but for some reason they're not going to promote that. They're just going to promote the fact that KD's just a nonchalant, chill dude who's not really going to be trying to get people mad, and they just think that that's automatically not a leader, and that's not the case.
No, he might be a leader, but I just don't think he's a good leader. You could be a leader and not be good at it.
That's a whole different topic, but I again, that's still opinionated because you don't know what goes on behind the scenes. That
I can say you can tell about
you can put some evidence behind that.
You probably could find evidence that comes out because when you're losing, what's the first thing that starts coming out? Reports of bad behavior on the Stars' part, stuff like that. Like the Atlanta Hawks right now, they're mid right now, like the definition of mid. And what's coming out? Trae Young beefing with his head coach. You know what I'm saying? So like when you're losing, of course those things are gonna come out. When you're winning, when the Brooklyn Nets were winning, did you hear anything about Kyrie Irving?
I hear.
Yeah, because the COVID vaccine.
Even
you talking about 2 years ago?
No, yeah. I'm saying a few years ago they were winning. Did you hear anything about Kyrie Irving or Kevin Durant being frustrated or anything like that?
Oh no, nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
I hear Kevin Durant take shots at his teammates.
You can even add to dude at the bottom.
I think that's going to build team chemistry and team morale. Taking shots.
You can add to his point. Even LeBron in the same way. I mean, when he was going to the finals every time, LeBron's probably one of the best leaders of all time. If we think about it,
he took shots at his teammates too.
He took shots at his teammates as well.
I don't
rightfully
agree. LeBron
so.
is the best leader. I don't.
If you know the game is tied and you catching a rebound from the free throw line, you ain't. What the hell? I'm yelling at my teammate like, "What are you doing? Shoot the ball!"
No.
LeBron going to the sideline crying about what J.R. Smith did.
LeBron quote unquote the great one of the greatest, if not the greatest leader of all time. Unquote.
Yeah.
He was the same dude that literally called for his teammates to be traded mid-season.
Yeah. I don't like LeBron as a great leader. I don't think
I think he's one of the greatest leaders of all time.
This is why I don't do leadership. I hate this.
I want to get to the super chat real quick.
You got a guy that led his team to the finals. How many years with how many different coaches?
I want to get into this before we leave, bro. We always talk about stars. Can you give a top 5 all-time 6-man list?
Does John Havlicek count?
Yeah, you can
he
count.
Does. He should.
John Havlicek, Manu Ginobili,
Jamal
Crawford,
Lou Williams,
J.R. Smith,
Vinny Johnson.
Wait, who said Ann about Lou Williams?
Lou Williams is better than Jamal Crawford.
Is Tony Kukoc better than Lou Williams?
I mean, he played with one of the best teams of all time. I don't know.
Rip Hamilton came off the bench, right?
No, Rip Hamilton. Hamilton. He was starting short now.
They had Lindsey Hunter. Lindsey Hunter was coming off the bench.
I'm a casual.
Does Robert Horry count as a 6-man?
Robert Horry.
Can I give y'all my top 5?
Nah, he's not a 6-man. He's not a 6-man.
Why not?
Robert Horry's not a 6-man.
No, he ain't no 6-man.
He was like number 7 or 8. Nah, it's just because you come off the bench don't mean you're the 6-man. He wasn't. I think Derek Fisher was the 6-man.
Hold on.
Can Andre Iguodala be a six man?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
That'll be a good one.
Oh yeah, Andre Iguodala. Yeah, he
or Sean Livingston.
He wasn't the sixth man. He was at. Yeah, he was the seventh man.
He was the seventh man.
Did y'all say Ginobili?
Yeah, we said Ginobili. Havlicek, Ginobili. Oh, Kevin McHale.
Oh yeah, Kevin McHale.
He was
Havlicek.
No, that's so nasty though. That's so nasty.
What? Man, he was coming off the bench dropping like 30. Man, what are you talking about?
Coming off the bench? No.
Michael Cooper.
Oh, you talking about 1990?
Yeah.
So, where's Jamal Crawford ranking now?
No, Jamal Crawford's in there. Although I'd argue Lou Williams got some years.
Does Bill Walton count?
Come on, man.
If Kevin McHale was the sixth man, how is Bill
The
Walton
Celtics just got the best six-man roster of all time. I ain't gonna count.
They definitely do.
Bill Walton came off the bench, man.
Is Kenny Smith?
Well, he wasn't the sixth man.
He came off the bench towards the start of his career and towards the end. That's 2 times.
That's nasty, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. J.R. Smith.
If Andre Iguodala counts, Kevin McHale can count.
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smithers. Okay.
Iggy can't be a six man.
They got the shot set. Eddie Jones. They're saying Tyler Hero, Bobby Jackson, Leandro Barbosa.
Here,
was Avery Johnson? Was Avery Johnson the sixth man?
Someone said Lamar Odom. Lamar Odom's a good one.
No, he's not top 5. I just wonder is he?
Hey, I'm curious.
I think he was for a little bit, but I don't think he was like his best as a six man.
Mars, can we get
his
your top
his
5?
best is when he was starting with the Spurs.
I said Havlicek, Ginobili.
No. I'm talking about your top 5 players.
What, right now or all time?
All time.
Oh, James Harden too.
MJ. No, Jesus. LeBron, MJ.
Oh no, you had that right at first.
Yeah, you had it right first.
I have 2 lists, and one of them MJ's at the front, one of them LeBron. But LeBron, MJ, Kareem, Bill Russell, Shaq. That's my top 5.
See, my top 5, I don't rank players who play.
Who's your six?
If your prime was before that,
I think Hakeem 6. I think I have Hakeem 6.
I don't rank you if your prime was in the 60s either.
If somebody was to tell you that they have Hakeem over Shaq, what would be your response?
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not arguing. They're so close to me. It really
they close. Yeah,
I think Hakeem edges him out on defense, but Shaq, I think honestly, is a more dominant player.
I think as an all-around player, Hakeem for his duration was just like he just operated at like a near level than Shaq offensively, and defensively it wasn't close.
Yeah, I agree. Hakeem's better than Shaq.
Nah, y'all tripping now.
No, Hakeem's better.
Last time I checked, Hakeem got 2 rings.
He might be.
Rings.
Hakeem didn't
basketball reference arguments.
Hakeem didn't.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Your argument.
Hakeem beat Shaq. No. Hakeem beat Shaquille O'Neal at the biggest stage of them all.
He swept too.
Swept him.
How old was that? A baby Shaq?
Swept him.
He was third year in the league, I think. Second or third.
Third year. It was Devin Booker. Shaq's that guy.
He was a baby, but he was still.
He was a baby. That's like
Shaq was still.
He was that guy. No blame me wrong.
Shaq was that guy dominant in his.
Shaq was that guy rookie year. But I'm
telling you,
third year.
Third year
the bar
eighth when he won his first championship with the Lakers.
The bar from Shaq in '95 and like the bar from Shaq in like 2000 is not. It's not a far bar. It's not far.
He had one. He had one of the.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. That I don't agree with that. I
think if you ask me, if you ask me who had the best single season in the NBA, 2000 Shaq might be the best basketball player.
Give me Nah. Here with Shaq
might be. I'm not saying
the bar
championship. Did he?
Shaq,
I think there's a clear gap between.
I think MJ. I think MJ and Steph had the top 2.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You tripping?
I can't go with Steph because he got hurt in the playoffs. Kind of
a loss.
Hurts when I'm judging it because
Shaq might have had one of the best individual seasons in NBA history.
Yeah, I was playoff and regular season.
Right.
2000 Shaq is
playoff
ridiculous.
and regular season, right?
Yeah. 2000 Shaq is ridiculous.
Hold on. So Mark, you said you got 2 lists. The list you got LeBron number 1. What's that?
The greatest players of all time.
Wait, so what's the point of having two lists?
One is the greatest players of all time. One is the best players of all time.
So what's the first one is greatest?
Different in your eye.
Greatest and best has always been different. If you
the only difference is the greatest list includes longevity. That's the only difference.
Wait,
and that's where LeBron takes them.
That's why LeBron's the GOAT because of
and so in the best players of all time, what's like?
So MJ number one and best.
So player. What do you? Yes. What's like your criteria?
I want everybody to know
how good you are at your peak.
I do think Shaq's dominance in 2000s gets kind of overblown because
you're losing me, Dub. You're losing me.
I'm just saying.
No. Hold on. Based off of what?
How great Kobe Bryant was.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Even you said in 2000 you say Kobe was carried by Shaq. Not that I agree, but
he was number two. He was number two.
I got an unpopular opinion.
I wouldn't say carried. He was number two though.
Kobe being as great as he was. No, never mind.
Shaq benefited. Shaq benefited a lot.
Shaq, man, players benefit from their teammates. Like,
wait, what's your unpopular opinion, bro?
I think Kobe was better than Shaq for them last two rings.
I think Kobe's greater than Shaq.
I don't think that's an unpopular opinion. Actually, it is. It is. No, it's an unpopular. For the general public, it's an unpopular opinion.
Kobe,
watch this channel, it's not.
Kobe has been the best player in the world since the year 2001, all the way to.
Yeah, I agree, Doug.
Morris, will you rank Kobe?
We gotta go though.
Kobe is the 9th greatest player of all time, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
he's number 2.
I ain't mad at it. I just
MJ, Kobe, LeBron, Steph, Magic.
Damn.
Jesus.
It goes.
Only reason I got Steph number 4.
You say
only reason I got
wait.
Steph number 4 because he has been the best player on. To me, I think it's the greatest team of all time. So
he was better than KD on that team.
Yes, he was, but we don't have time for another debate.
Yes, he was.
We're at the 3-hour mark.
Take always see what Ty Lue said in the finals about Steph.
Y'all be easy. Like the video. Y'all be safe. Tune into the panel today. Peace.
All right.